I need your help this morning. You'll never find some slaves just like mine. Alright, I need some help this morning. I need some help. I need some help. I need some help. I know people. Yeah, we know. We times. We know you need help. You don't have to tell us you need any help, brother. We know you need some. I need help. I need some help this morning. I need some help. I need some help. I need some help this morning. I need some help before people get here. Who the first people in here? Who's that? Karen? Karen, help me out. Is that Lori? Lori, help me out. What the hell is the name of this thing? This thing, y'all remember Conan? Conan the Barbarian? What is that Amy? Amy, I see people who are liking and sharing. I don't see nobody else. What the hell is the name of this thing? Where you put the bulls on it, they walk around. Brother David might know. Where you walk around in a circle. What is the name of this thing? They put Conan on it to torture him, but you put bulls on it. And I think to mill things. What's the name of this wheel? Terry, you know every damn thing. How you not know? What is the name of this wheel? I need help. I need Vicky. You don't know the name of this? You got to know the name of this damn thing. Vicky, you know everything. This wheel they put Conan on. I know y'all came here to learn something, but that's not how this works. This is a cooperative. I don't know nothing. Damn it, Deborah, Rebecca, both of y'all know everything. Leanne, what is the name of this thing where you put the bulls on it and they walk around? I want a background picture that makes sense. Hang on, let me show you another one. Sprite. I don't know the name of it, so I can't do a search and find a picture. This thing, you hook the bull up to it, you put the blinders on it. Emil, I know you know. I know you know. You put the blinders on it and they walk around in a circle, and the bull, it has no idea that it's walking in a circle. That's what I called it, Lori. That's not helping. I call it a circle wheel. I can't find any pictures of it. What you do is you put the blinders so the bull doesn't know it's in a circle, so you can take bulls and use them to just walk it. Right? They just walk in a circle and it turns the mill, it grinds. Do they make holes with it? Do they use it to mill things? You know what I'm talking about. Y'all help me. Christine, come on now. Much as you know, you're over there in Europe. Y'all know every damn thing. Y'all got them accents. What's the name of that? We can't get started till y'all. Is it a grinding wheel? Oh, she made it. I didn't try to search for that. Let me try to search for that. What the heck is this? Somebody, I need some. Oh, I gotta share. Let me share while y'all tell me the name of that damn wheel, because I got some examples and analogies in my head and I can't get them out unless y'all help me. I know you came here to learn something. That is not how this works. I am not a teacher. I am not a guru. I am none of them things. I'm a dude that's like, we shouldn't do this no more. This is not working out. Christine, what is the name of that wheel? Somebody help me. What's the name of the Conan? I typed in Conan wheel and it came up. That should tell you how jacked up of a society we are. I put in the name of, oh damn, is my mic on? Oh yeah, my mic is on, okay. Whew. I'm about to say, damn it, I just went through a whole damn soliloquy. And know what? Y'all can hear me good. What is the name of the wheel? We cannot start till we know the name of this wheel. No, it's not a call to Facebook, Beaufont. What are you talking about? Dee, I know you know. Come on, Dee. What's the name of this wheel? What is the name of this wheel where people walk around? Not people. Some of y'all might, if you're following my thread, you probably know where I'm going with this. But the wheel where you put the blind, I got a picture of the blinders. Hold on. What is the name of this wheel? Because I want to find a picture. I want to see if we can find one with some humans on it that's not the old broadcast there with Conan. Because they put Conan on it for torture. That's not what we do. It's not for torture. No, the elite's got us up to something. I know you think you're at work, you got all your degrees, your elemental P's and all of that stuff. You think you're smart. You think that's success. It's not intelligence. It's not success. It's literal indoctrination. To do the grinding. Grinding mill. Is that it, Leanne? Did you get it? Did you get it? You're gonna win a prize, girl. That's it. That's the name of it. You're gonna win a prize. You're gonna win. I don't know what you're gonna win. Somebody gonna, who's that? Deborah, Ivana, somebody gonna give you something. Grinding. Let me hide this. Because the background should make sense to what we're talking about. Grinding mill. Boom! Grinding mill machine. Look at that, America. No, damn it, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's a, what is that? Is that a Vitamix? Grinding, how about cattle grinding mill? Come on, y'all, help me out. Y'all the smartest people I know. How come y'all can't help me? What's going on? Y'all ain't get your coffee this morning? Nope, that's not it either. No, we need the one with the cows. What y'all got? Horse walker, horse-powered wheel. Ooh, let's try that. Horse-powered wheel, if I can spell right. Horse-powered wheel. Y'all help my spelling, I know. Intelligence isn't dictated by how we can spell the king's name. Nope, fail. I found a fail. Horse wheel? You think Beaufont, that might be a horse wheel? I'm getting all kind of tractors, little girl, and I mean horse wheel. Come on, people. What the hell is wrong with y'all this morning? Shout out, who is that? Hey, Nuevos, I give you a shout out if you, damn it, that's not it either. Y'all just missing, wrong hole all the time, bro. Wheel of pain. It's like the wheel of unfortune. The wheel of unfortune, Lori, that's America. That's like indoctrinated to self-destruct. Gerard's reel of aggravation. Yeah, I try to aggravate people. I do Beaufont, but that's not it. No, bull ring. Is it a bull ring? Bull ring. That sounds. Who is that? Who is that? Jeanette. That sounds about right. Let's try bull wheel. I can spell that too. Look, boom, bull wheel. Yeah, kinda. That's closer. That's closer. We're getting there. Well, boy, you said bull ring. Okay, bull wheel. But that's what it looks like because it spins around because you get people in the cubicles and they start walking around. They start walking around. Hang on. Let me show you. Let me show you this. Ah, dang, we may not be able to find a picture. We don't have anybody that's got it this morning. Nobody's on it this morning. Everybody's off of it. Please keep this right here. Look, they take this. I know that looks like the worst brassiere they ever made. And the human, that looks like something just, oh no, the church, you're not gonna touch this one. Nope, that's all right, no, but they put this on the bull. Maybe YouTube knows. YouTube, where y'all at? Do y'all know what the hell this is? It's a grist mill? Oh, Miss T, is it? A grist mill? Hang on, grist mill. Did Miss T get it? Miss T gonna get the prize. She gonna get the prize. Grist mill. Miss T gonna get the prize? She got the prize. Well, it's closer. I think this is it. Y'all. I think she is on it. This is what it looks. Well, yeah, kind of, because it turns this thing right here when the Americans walk, when the Britons walk around it and they go to, they get in their taxis in the morning. They don't call them taxis, but y'all call them funny things out over there. They're not yellow. They're like black and gray, and they try to run you over when the Americans cross on the wrong side of the street. They try to kill me a whole bunch of times over there. And they go to work in the morning. What is that thing? And they put on blinders, right? Like the blinder right here, the brassiere thing. It's not a brassiere. It goes over the bull's face and his eyes. But that's your house, your car. It's your bank account. It's the media. It's censoring. It's how they keep you walking around the wheel. Because the bull won't keep walking the damn. It's a bull. Boy, I don't want no damn circle. Americans, they do that in a minute. But you give them the right things, you blind them to reality. Hang on, let me change the music. Y'all not gonna find it. I can't believe y'all. This is disappointing. This is class we done failed. Human hamster wheel. Yeah, well, Indy, that's what it is. It's a human hamster wheel. It's a horse mill. Oh, it's a horse mill. Who did that? Deborah, did you do your research? Let's look up horse mill. Horse mill. She even got the link. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, is that the wrong music? I know. People are like, oh, damn, it's time to go. Don't be so driven. Hang on. Right there. This is the song at back. Yes! Deborah got it. Just nailed it. Just jived it in. Deborah got the right hole. Yes. All right. Finally. So that's what I wanted to pull up. Okay. All right. Now we can finally get. Thank you, Deborah. People they got slavery to go do, and y'all just holding it up, just dumb as a bag of bricks wet. But that's okay. I'm with y'all. And Deborah, she did her Wikipedia too. She went out there. So this is what I was thinking. I posted something. Did I post it? I don't have my comments up. Y'all got? Did I share? I shared. Okay. Thank y'all for sharing. So I was listening to a whole bunch of stuff. I listen to gurus, I listen to my alien stuff, I listen to talkers, I watch the links y'all send me, and it puts this picture in my head. This is the picture I was looking at. Hang on, let me pull up the comments over here, because I can't read them on this thing on the screen. Jacks up my eyes. I'm getting younger, but my eyes ain't ready. Yeah, see? You notice I said that right that time. I'm getting younger. Oh, I'm getting younger. My eyes are getting better. I'm speaking that positivity in my wave energy vibration in this human experience thing. All right, got my comments there. This is what I was thinking. Because it started with, I think it was Sad the Guru said it. He was talking about the wheel. Just for a minute, I looked at the screen, I'm like, somebody coming in late, they probably do think that's the brazier. They probably do think that's one of them adult toys. This is not, wrong show. This is not what we're doing here. But that's a bull thing. They put it over its eyes. How do you get a wild creature like a horse, something that loves freedom to run out on the prairie? How do you get a wild sentient creature like a bull, something that wants to run out and, what, they want to stab things with the horns or something? I don't know. Run out, run around Spain and pick up Spanish people and throw them because they beat them up their whole life and stabbing them. They still running the bulls. But how do you take a creature that loves freedom, like a human, something sentient, something not prone to being placed in a cage, something not prone into walking around on a mill? Let me see if I can actually make these pictures a little bigger. How do you take that creature and get it to continue to work for you? To get it to give up its own life, its own freedom, its own thought, its own sovereignty, its own self, and walk around the wheel. Give it a flag. You give it something to be allegiant to other than itself. You indoctrinate it for self-destruction. I was thinking about this. You've been given a mission at birth. Right? You were born into a nation. You were born into a family. Some of us were born into races and religions. And somebody else gave you a mission for your life. A self-destructive one, right? Because you're not living your life. You're living the mill's life. You're living the life of that farmer, whoever is farming you, whoever is controlling you. Whoever is blinding you with this, to keep walking and walking in a circle, and walking in a circle. How do you think life ends up for that livestock that constantly walks in a circle, that thinks it's getting somewhere because it can't see anything, but it really feels like it's getting somewhere? It sees the numbers in the bank account going up. It sees the fantasy digit, fantasy fiat currency, which actually means nothing except for all the other animals on the wheel. It just sees that going up. It keeps walking in a circle, and you think that you're getting somewhere, but you're not. But deep, deep down, you can sense it. Deep, deep down, you can sense that something ain't right. Something ain't right. I feel like I'm walking in a circle. Something just, there's a glitch in the matrix. You start to sense, like, you know how you get those gut feelings, like one of those senses that the Egyptians said we had, the 200 senses that we don't have, the ones we know plants have and dogs have and all the other creatures living their authentic lives with what they have. Wolves, dogs don't have as many as wolves because they live with us. We broke them. And in ways we get them to walk in wheels too. When you sense in your gut, deep, deep down, that you're being played, deep down and you're sensing that, what do? Do you keep playing? When you sense deep, deep down that you're walking in circles, do you keep walking? When you know something ain't right, do you keep voting? Do you keep supporting this mill system, right? Do you keep struggling? Do you pause and say, stop, I'm not gonna play. I feel like I'm being played. I feel like you're using cheat codes. I feel like the Rothschilds got some cheat codes, right? I mean, think about this analogy. And you know it isn't right. Who would keep walking? Only people who are self-destructive, right? If someone's playing you, if you know, I hate this example, but it's just the way it goes. You know somebody's, he ain't coming home on Friday nights. He used to come home Friday night at 10 o'clock after he drank at the bar, now he's coming home at 2. Ain't just something in your gut knows it ain't right. Well, because you know you got all these different senses, right? You can tell when somebody's lying. Your brain can. Now, your subconscious can, because I think your eyes and your senses, doesn't it connect with your subconscious more than with your conscious? Like your conscious is just living on what it can see, smell, touch, and probably a few other senses, but your brain, the other portions of it, actually are taking in all the data from all the senses, perhaps that we're not tweaked to understand anymore. But you know something ain't right, and you continue to live on that way, you're heading for self-destruction. There was a song when I was a kid. It's called Self-Destruction. You're heading for self-destruction. Are we heading for self-destruction? Are you heading for self-destruction if you know something ain't right? You know you're being played, but you keep pushing anyway. You're being blinded. I'm pointing the wrong damn way, it's the camera, You're being blinded. Something's not telling you the truth. The people who lead you aren't telling you the truth. They're lying all the time. Why would you continue to play a game with liars and thieves and murderers and killers if you know it isn't right? Self-destruction. I think we're indoctrinated to self-destruct. That's what I think. I think that when you're born, the reason that your government doesn't believe in democracy or freedom or you being free, and they indoctrinate you, you're born into debt and they force you to work, is because they know it's the only way to get you to self-destruct. See, they only need you temporarily. They only need you temporary because you got the mill that you're walking around because you're grinding something for them. You're building space stations. You're building currency. You're pushing currency up to the elites who actually print the money because they got free labor out of you because they gave you a fantasy thing called money, and you keep walking around that wheel because you feel like you're getting somewhere because you keep seeing these account things and you know you can't take none of it with you, but you're still walking. They need your labor. This is why we say we're being farmed. We're a human farm because they literally use our collective force to turn a wheel, to grind, so that they can do things that we have no idea what they're up to. Like we can go back and forth with the whole anti-gravity, and aliens, and space stations, and breakaway civilizations, and all the things that we know that the kings and lords have always done. But we really don't know. We have no idea. But we're still heading in that self-destructive direction as a species, certainly as a nation, because people are still walking. Still walking. Somebody said something deep the other day. We were talking about flag and allegiance, this path to self-destruction, this belief in golden calves and symbols, symbology. I think it might have been, I forgot who said it. Something to the effect of, I believe in what the flag stands for. I believe in being allegiant to the people and the land and my neighbors. Not necessarily who's holding the flag, who's behind the allegiance, because if someone buys that symbol, like the Federal Reserve 1913, 1933, they can break it. We need to evolve, and I like this analogy. And it's a mixture of a couple different people I was listening to yesterday, some things that y'all were saying on the thread. We are walking in this circle. But the only problem with this, and which I know I'm not gonna find it, because I like pictures to represent. The only problem with this example is, see, the problem with horses, here's a good horse right here, is eventually that horse is gonna get tired. That's a big horse. That's a thug-like horse. That's just gonna get tired. They gotta sleep at night. They gotta eat. They poop all along the trail. Robots don't do that. See, that wheel has got to turn. This is what greed does. That wheel has got to turn no matter what. And they're going to keep turning it. They're going to make sure it keeps turning, but they need it to go faster. Why? Because there's more Rothschilds being born every day. More Rockefellers being born every day. They all need yachts. They all need mansions. They all need more slaves. They need you to pick more cotton. You can only have so many children, and plus you're inefficient. The return on investment ain't great because you're a human. You get sick, you get colds and flus and viruses. Those are other things that they use as a means to enslave you to get you keep walking around. Then you got the robotic horses. And this is what automation is. It's a robotic horse. See, that mill has got to turn. They got to keep grinding. Because see, our mill is in competition with another mill. It's in competition with another mill. Call them nations, families, central banks, whatever you want to call them. But that mill has got to spin. And that's why I'm saying that nobody's really in control of all of this. There is no group of people in some dark room deciding all of this. I think that we just have a planet where greed is out of control and we will get replaced. And so the idea of walking around this circle blinded is the stupidest thing I ever heard. Let me see if I can find a robotic horse. Oh yeah, that's right. Boston Dynamics got them. Boston Dynamics, they got the robot horses. Oh, they got the robot. They're already ready to go. They're ready to replace you, your children, everything. What happens to your children when their value isn't even being a slave, walking around a wheel at Wall Street, walking around a wheel at McDonald's or Burger King or wherever they work, walking around a wheel at Walmart? When you're useless and that mill's got to turn. It's inefficient. It was inefficient to keep you as a slave walking around that wheel in your corporate environment. What happens when they can get rid of you? You think that they're going to continue to feed you while they got to compete with the other mills and they got robotic software horses walking around that mill for you, replaced your job? You think they're going to take care of you? They don't want to take care of you now. I think these are things we got to think about. But that's the analogy I have. And I was thinking about this morning. Is we're indoctrinated to self-destruct. And people won't stop. I got friends, they're going to vote no matter what. They're going to do that blue no matter who. Boy, I tell you what, see, my biggest problem, like I see my friends posting a lot of stuff about Donald Trump still trying to fight him, get rid of him. See, my issue with fighting Donald Trump, I'm fighting oppression. I have time to fight Donald Trump. I don't have time to fight Barack Obama. I don't have time to fight the things that they blind me to. Because you never really know what's true. You don't know if he's fighting the deep state. You don't know if he is the main man in the deep state. We really don't know a damn thing because we got blinders on and they keep us walking. The political party thing is one of these damn things, and it's not a brassiere, no. We're not blinded nipples, y'all. It's blinded eyes. But it keeps you walking in that circle. And to me, the issue is human freedom. The issue is oppression. And if you're busy struggling fighting Donald Trump, then you're helping oppression. If you're busy fighting the Barack Obamas and the Bernie Sanders, then you're basically helping to bring about our demise. It's a self-destructive mission that your leaders will always put you on because you won't accomplish anything. You'll keep attacking the wood on the wheel that you're walking on. You're attacking something fantasy, an identity they put in front of you to get you to stop doing useful things, to mess around in fantasy. I'm gonna read the comments. I'm gonna say one more thing. I'm gonna read the comments. And we'll see where that goes. Whether in the news or not. It's always some pagans over the next glen. It's always some people who look funny over the next sea, the next void, the next continent. We got into aliens yesterday, and I think some of y'all are actually starting to see the whole sociopathic idea of not actually understanding why your elites always lie to you about what's on the next continent, who lives on the next island, what's on the next planet. They always lie to you about it because if they can convince you that they're inhuman, if they can convince you that they're pagans, if they can convince you that they don't exist or that they mean you harm, then they can get you to do something stupid. Blinders. Same damn things. Life everywhere. Like, and going back to infinity, the beginning of human civilization, there's always some life over the next void. Infinity always has been. The idea that we've maxed that out is always an idea of a kingdom trying to control. All right, let me do some comments. We'll see where that goes. But that's my analogy. I think we are a self-destructive species. I think we're indoctrinated in society. No, we're not a self-destructive species. We live in self-destructive societies. All civilizations have all gone extinct because they're all indoctrinated for self-destruction because they put the human beings on a wheel that there is no sustainability in. There's no sustainability in taking the collective production of a mass population that is enslaved to walk around an accountant wheel, a legal wheel, a banking wheel, an engineer, programmer, doctor, dentist, whatever you do, nursing wheel. It's not sustainable. Why would you take part in it? You know you're being played. You can sense it in your gut. All right, let me go back to switch. That's what I'm thinking. I try to figure out people, and I try to figure out why they do what they do. Because by studying other people, I learn things about myself. And I know I used to be them. So I'm not hating on people that are going out there getting ready to vote again. I'm not hating on you. I'm just, you know, you're being played. You know you're being played. Why do you keep playing? You know they got cheat codes. You know they're playing you. Why are you still playing with them? You know they're cutting out on you. You know they got banks. They have big corporations. They mean you harm because they're lying to you. And they've always been lying to you. Why are you still walking? Why do you still, you can't take the blinders off. That's the problem though. You can't take the blinders off, but you're still walking. Why? Walk away. Walk away. Anyway, let me go back to this. Played by anti-Wall Street nonprofit organizations funded by Wall Street. Exactly, Christine, and we are. Why do we keep playing? Why are we playing their game? How do I avoid vaccinations in New York? Well, Meg, I guess you know what. That's a good example. You know, I don't know if I've said this in a bit. If you attack the root cause of your problem, you're going to solve that problem for probably millions of other people. So what's the root cause? Why do we have forced vaccinations being sent out? We got an oligarchy. We have people who believe in walking around that vaccine. People who are indoctrinated to trust everything Big Pharma says, even though Big Pharma and their politicians have all been caught lying and all caught murdering. But they're also lying to the flat earthers. They're also lying to the Bigfoot people. I think, are they lying to Bigfoot? I don't know anything about Bigfoot. They're lying to the people who run it down to Area 51. They're lying to the people who died of, I don't know, headache medicine, methoxythol, whatever. You know, but it all comes down to the same problem, which Christine just said. It's the system. The system of greed and money and profit always determining what's right. A system that always lies to you. A system that keeps secrets from you at every turn. A system that thinks it has the right to have classifications of information. You know, so how do you keep vaccines out of your kids if you don't believe in that religion thing, that if you don't believe Big Pharma, if you believe the politicians instead of the warning labels which say all of the side effects that can happen from them, that they say the pro-vaxxers say don't actually happen if you read the side effect label, if you actually believe that warning label, you have to fight the system at its core, right? The system is designed to grind up whatever it's grinding up. Whatever that thing is, you got to remove the profit from it. You got to remove the other walkers on the wheel. And I think it's a personal thing. Like I said, I think that you fix your life in your mirror. You stop being complicit. I mean, you might have to keep walking around the wheel, but damn it, you don't have to go fast. Like as an example, we're all walking around this damn, and I am too. I ain't stupid. I pay my taxes. Hell no. These people come shoot you, kill you, rob you, murder you. Same reason I ain't going down to Area 51. Same reason I'm still a part of the system. I'm just walking slower, right? You know those people had 110% productivity, get up in the morning. Yeah, we're going to go walk on this wheel. They get on that wheel and they're pushing. You're like, hey, slow down, man. You're pushing the bar too fast. What you doing? Oh, I got to push this bar. You don't have to go that fast. You can start walking away. You can start removing those things from your life. The consumerism. Some people say they figured out the tax system. They don't know how not to pay. You can stop voting. You can stop cheering war criminals. You can stop posting for war criminals. You can start slowing it down. You can start slowing down that wheel. Because the thing is, our mill, it has a certain amount of GDP and profit, right? They always got to make that 5% growth, I think it is. And if they don't make that, our mill might go out of business. My goodness, what happens when our mill goes out of business? I guess they come try to shoot us off, sell us on the market, but anything is better than today. Anything, everything is better than today. Like people say, the whole direct democracy thing, that it's a mob rule. I'm good on mob rule. I don't want mob rule, but I'll take a mob rule over elite mob rule. At least in mob rule, it's a little better. But not elite mob rule. I mean, you got to stop the mill, walk slower. You don't have to be as productive at work. You don't actually have to work and try to earn $150,000 a year, and you can live on 40. Right? When you understand what money is and that it's human labor that it represents, and that the harder you work, the more you make, the more you enslave other people, the more they got to work harder and enslave other people. The faster you push your side of the bar, the faster everybody else has to walk all the way around. And this is the economic system that they've set up. It's literally slavery. 100%. 100% indoctrinated, self-destructive slavery. That's what I think you can do about vaccines is we stop fighting each other. Like I was on I was watching a stream the other day. What's the name of that brother? It's a group, Save the World Army or something like that. Interesting, listening to their perspectives. I think the brother believed in flat Earth or something like that. Oh, and Shaka was over there. Shaka, my man, was over there. And what he was saying is that he jumped right in. He was just like, listen, now somebody was on there trolling him. Oh, well, he believes in flat Earth. And I was just like, but hang on, this dude, why are you like trolling him? This man, whether you agree with him or not, he's trying to put out a positive message, save the Earth. Isn't the Earth like a nice thing? Shouldn't we save it? Like this, our ecosystem? Shouldn't we be trying to save it? Why are you like personally attacking his character? So the same thing with vaccines is the same thing there, right? If you believe in the same message of free the people, then stop fighting with the people. Fight with the system. Break the system. Walk away from the system. So I appreciated that. I felt weird because usually I'm the biggest mouth on these on these threads, and Shaka jumped in. I had nothing else I could say. He was just like, leave him alone. Like, why do you care what he believes? But does that have to do with the message? And besides, if your government's always lying to you, how do you know? You don't know. That's what I'm saying is like everybody has to work together or we're all going to keep walking around this wheel. Because it's not just the bulls on the wheel. It's not just the horses pushing the wheel, but you got young people waiting to push that wheel. See, this is why we're screwed. This is why it's such an ingenious and perfect system, because we literally didn't know, but we indoctrinated our kids to be slaves. We sent them to school, sent them to grade school, got them in a good college, go off, get a good job. They saw us do it their whole life. And they think that the slavery is just the best thing since sliced bread. And they want to do it too. So you got all these kids in the wings. Oh yeah, wait for you to get rid of that job, making $80,000 a year, whatever you're making. And they'll do it for 40, they'll do it for 50. They can't wait. They're gonna push that wheel. And this is why you gotta attack the system. You have to shut down the system, walk away from the system, the actual principalities of it. Like I said, I grew up in the outskirts of Washington, D.C., and they made, I ain't no proponent of no black caucus. You know me, I am not because of that damn crime bill. They made a sustainable business out of slavery with Bill Clinton and the rest of them fools. You know, they'd go out there and take one drug dealer off in one corner, and guess what? By the time they got him in the car and got cuffs on him, another kid was on the street ready to deal. Right? Because they made a sustainable market of slaves and they built careers in it. Now, I'm not gonna say whether they knew or not. I don't get into that. I just get into, let's look at the system and why things happen the way they do. And we have a system that's built on currency that everybody keeps walking. The system, enslavement via force, fear, motivated true love. Enslavement via force/fear or motivated through true love. Right, Ron? And that's my thing is, you know me, I don't believe in force and fear. If somebody's trying to force you or they're trying to scare you to do something, that's the last thing you should do. Run. That person's not on your side. They're trying to scare you because of Barack Obama or Donald Trump or Bernie Sanders or somebody else or Russia or China, whatever it might be. That person is not on your side. That person is abusing you. They literally just put together a mill and they want you to walk around on their mill. Fear is never a motivator. Love is always the right motivator. Facts are also a good motivator. Well-rounded facts, not flat earth facts. Not flat earth, not the earth as Democrats see it, not the earth as Republicans see it, but well-rounded, truthful facts. When people give you partial information, where are my damn blinders at? When they give you partial information, they're putting that on you. They're putting the metal braziers over your eyes. Never trust those people. Those people are abusing you. We have this mentality where we embrace our abusers. The ones who abuse you with information, they only give you part of the story. Another name for it, oh, no, dang it. Oh, y'all still going talking through the names. I think Deborah got it though. That's the name of it. But at birth, they give you that mission. You know, you're born a color, you're born a race, you're born a class, you're born a religion, you're born in a nation, and somebody disrespects you and doesn't love you enough or doesn't understand enough, that they give you a mission, which is to go out and walk on somebody's wheel and not live your own life. Time to change a tire. Yes, I think we need to change the tire, Daniel, or they're going to change it for us. Leave your prison cell or remain and continue trying to make it more comfortable. Ooh, go on, Ron. That's what it is. People in prison and it's feeling good. You know, they got the same hot and cotton toilet, but they got a slightly cleaner toilet. They swept up a little more. Got a slightly better job. They got a PhD. So they got a new toilet seat. They got the one with the cushion, Ron. They got the one with the cotton cushion and the plastic rubber wrap. Whoever even thought that was a good idea. Do they still make that? That's just stupid. Why in the world would you take something that percolates moisture and cotton absorbent and where you put poo and urine and other stuff that can just percolate into something anaerobic and kill people? Because they used to be split. I used to go to y'all's houses when y'all had them little plastic soft toilet seats. I look at that thing like, yeah, I ain't sitting on that. Even as a kid, I was like, oh, hell no, that thing has a rip. I can see cotton coming out, and if cotton is ripped and coming out the side, then you know what's going in. Cotton coming out, poo going in, pee going in. When they wipe the seat, all of that's go, hell no, I ain't sitting on that. I am a toilet liner, Ron. I don't know how we got there. Boy, I'm quick. I don't sit on nobody's toilet. I come to your house, listen, I don't know your butt cheeks. All right, I'm sorry. I use too much toilet paper. That's how I am. That's just my thing. I don't believe in this world. I think we're just, yeah, moisture, exactly. You get a little moisture in there? Come on. Are you kidding me, Daniel? So anyway, but the point is, so because you got a soft toilet seat, you're okay with prison. Because you got a softer toilet seat than the people in the cell next to you. You got a faster car. You got a nicer Benz. You got a husband with a six-pack. You got a mansion. It's a good idea to keep slavery going. It's a good idea to keep walking on the wheel. Well, you know what? People walking on this wheel. Maybe some people learn to cheat the system too, right? That wheel is going around. You got Conan pushing it. Dun, 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 dun. And some people learn how to like just walk on one foot. They learn how to hop. They're born in the right family. They got a little privilege and they kind of just hop. They don't have to push. Like, all I gotta do is just hop. And if I jump in the air, everybody will push me and I can make it 2 feet and then put a leg down and hop. Maybe, you know, and we got that too. But you're still on the wheel, right? And the thing that people need to think about who think they're at the top is, number one, you ain't at the top. And number two, everybody beneath you and everybody beside you, they can't wait to knock you down. And your kids. How many people who were like upper class and they lost it all? And all they could see to do was jump off the top of a building. The whole system is sick. No, I will forever be grateful for retirement via my disability. I choose to help build communities, help others to come to the awareness of what is truly important. We must learn to unlearn our indoctrinated ideas of reality. Thank you, Diane. Amen. Amen. That's exactly it. And sometimes you figure out a way. Things happen, you know, where you're not pushing. And when people like Diane aren't pushing, this is why they don't want you to stop pushing. Because then you start looking. I don't know, Diane, correct me if I'm wrong. But when you had more free time, did you stand back and look at what was going on? You had disability, so you couldn't walk around the wheel. And maybe they took you off of the wheel and you started looking back. Let me get the brassiere out the way. Hang on. It's like a brassiere for our minds. And you started looking back at this structure. Because when you have peace and time for meditation and thought, you can actually look at things. And you started looking back like, why is everybody walking? I'm starting to realize that nobody's getting anywhere. Maybe this machine isn't a bad idea. Because they took the blinders off of you. You could just sit back and look and view and think. Idle time is not the devil's workshop. It's the exact opposite, which is why I think they lied about that. Idle time is meditation time. Idle time is time that allows you to have a 30,000 foot at what the hell is going on. Idle time when others aren't forcing you through your day and what you're doing from 9 to 5 and 5 to 9 and back around the clock the other way. You're able to look at things and think about things and make good decisions. You actually spend time with yourself when you're not doing something that's for somebody else. I don't know, maybe you saw that, but this is what I see. I actually was able to have a little time in my life to look around and think that we can't continue this. This has got to stop. But you got to empty your cup to fill it. You got to have the time to empty your cup. You got to even have the thought process. Most people can't even envision getting off of their team, their mule team. Most people can't even envision that because they've been given pride in it, right? They've been given pride in the division that allowed them to be conquered, that keeps everybody on that wheel. So they're competing against the other mills. I'm just trying to go through comments. Donald Duck either. Why fight him? It is pointless, Lori. Right. It's like, why would you fight Donald? It's pointless. Like, I don't even post anything that's anti-Trump. I used to post stuff anti-Trump, anti-Obama, anti-this, anti-Bernie. And now I'm just like, I'll post funny stuff. It's stupid because there are actually people who are taking it serious. Like, these guys are what's wrong with the world, right? Like, attacking the soil under our feet, walking around this thing is going to change something, right? Going after the side effects of a sick system, right? To me, if you make it out as president, you're just someone who learned how to skip on the wheel. That's all. You're still on the wheel. They're still there. They are not in that club. Presidents are not in that club. Neither congressmen nor senators. They're skipping on the wheel. Why do I want to have an issue with somebody skipping on the wheel because they got ahead of me and they're not pushing as hard as I am? But it has nothing to do with the wheel. That's what I'm saying. I fight oppression. I fight the thing that oppresses everybody. The system. Not the convenient person that's easy to attack that won't change anything. You might, like Lori said, you might as well be fighting Donald Duck. Honestly, you might as well turn on Saturday morning cartoons and start yelling and screaming at Donald Duck. That's it. That's exactly how much you're going to change what's wrong with this country and world by having issues with the president. That's why I don't care. That's why I don't care who's president. It means absolutely nothing to this wheel. Whoever learns to skip around this wheel next has absolutely nothing to do with ending that damn wheel. I need to take out the wheel. That Sister Diana is sitting back, she can see the wheel. Listen to what she's saying. This wheel needs sand. All right. Because whatever they're milling, it ain't for our benefit. Wherever this is going, you're not gonna like it. And I'm telling you, your kid's gonna hate it. You're not gonna like it, and your kid's gonna hate it. When you get that gut feeling that the world is wrong, fix the world. I've noticed more troll behavior. My thought process now is, okay, what is the next big event they're distracting us from? And we'll never know, Indy. And that's the hardest thing, is that we know we're being lied to. We know that they're hiding all this stuff. We know all this Area 51 and all this stuff that they put out there is get us to look the other way, right? They smack us on the right, so we look at the right hand so the left can do something else. And we know that. But I'm convinced, Indy, the majority of the time, we don't even know why they distracted us. Because they keep secrets from us. That's why I can't process the idea of having a government that's allowed to have secrets. People actually believe that a government that has secrets is working for you. No one with secrets is on your side. People with secrets don't even respect you. We don't even have like the core foundations of what could qualify as leadership. So we have no idea what they're distracted. And that's why half the time, Indy, I just laugh. I had to laugh, just thinking about it. I can't help but laugh. How ridiculous this is that people over the age of 2 are still involved in this. If someone's lying to you, they're not on your side. Break the wheel. We can't even say that now without me thinking of the Game of Thrones. Yeah, well, we got to break the wheel, Indy. It has to come down. The whole thing needs to come down. The entire system, not parts of it, not just handed over to the Republicans, or hand it over to the Democrats, or hand it to Russia, or hand it to somebody else, because all they want to do is be in control of the wheel. They want to be in control of the slave plantation, and that's a stupid idea. The wheel needs to be broken down, and you need to free all the people and just let them go. And now we got robots and automation to take care of the people. Laziness and apathy, absolutely, Courtney. I mean, it's apathy. People don't give a damn about somebody else. And somebody posted something the other day. I forgot what sister posted. I shared it, but it was something to the effect of, You know, you can't get people who were abused to dream, right? Like those of us who have time, like Diane and some of y'all, to actually think about where this world should be headed versus the default of a self-destructive place it's gonna go if people keep walking around this damn wheel. There's some people that they can't even process the wheel ending, right? They can't even process it. They're so busy pushing over here, trying to carry this kid, and this, that, and the other. And they can't see it. And they're not your enemy, right? These people who are still yelling and screaming for these politicians and cheering them and putting on bumper stickers and flair and whatever else they're doing, they just can't see it. They're scared and they're blinded. But a lot of these people been through a lot. I mean, you cannot disrespect their experience. And this is the only view of hope that they can see. You know, they're so locked into the wheel that all they can see is the Democrats saving them or the Republicans saving them or their nations or their, you know, and that's all they can see. And they're going to grab onto that and there's nothing you can do about that. But you can make it worse. You can make it worse by not having conversations with them, not knowing how to talk to them, calling them idiots. They're not idiots. They just have an experience, and the furthest they can see is politics. That's the furthest they can see. And I used to be a guy like that, you know, so I don't hate on people like that. It's just that I'm looking further. I had time in life to stop, breathe, and look beyond the wheel and think about, well, what do I really want for the next generation? And it damn sure ain't to be on the wheel. Damn sure ain't to be on the wheel. People want to believe everything will be solved by the right person, but only if it were that easy, right? Well, it's that hero worship, right? Courtney said it's that hero worship where people, they want to outsource being an adult to somebody else. And that's never going to work, right? It's never going to work. It's not going to solve the problem. You know, it's just like, okay, we want to get the right person running the wheel, and that's this brother right here. And it doesn't really matter if that brother, it doesn't matter what he looks like, where he's from, because he works for the farmer whose property is that's on. He's going to make sure that wheel keeps going. And so to me, it doesn't matter who's whipping me. Somebody's whipping me. And I don't want to walk on the wheel. I want to go live my life. And I want my kids to be free and go live their lives. I want your kids to be free to go live their lives. You know, we need to keep moving forward because this wheel is a cyclical thing. Sadhguru, a good way he put it, he says it's like an anchor, right? We're on a rowboat. And there's another example of we're on a rowboat and the elite on the back of the rowboat who ain't rowing at all, they threw the anchor in like attached to the rope. You ever been on a rowboat and just kept rowing where the anchor was down? You ever do that? Just going in a circle. And why are you going in a circle? Well, the person who threw the anchor in, they didn't want you to get somewhere for a reason. They don't want you to know about the aliens. They don't want you to know about they want to control your 5G. They don't want you to know about free energy. They don't want to know you about other forms of creating ways to free people. They don't want you to know. They just need you to keep rowing. You just still rowing, just rowing, not going anywhere. And what we need to do is cut the rope. Break the machine, cut the anchor rope. Because we need to get somewhere and we're not getting anywhere. We haven't gotten anywhere in 5,000 years. Somebody tell me, where have we gotten in 5,000 years? Somebody, we, W-E, where have we gotten? There ain't nobody, none of the elites are here. They don't have time for this. They could care less what the monkeys are up to. They got learning software watching us. That's it. Keeping us controlled. But where have we gotten? Somebody tell me, what's great? What's great? Where we got in 5,000? What has changed in 5? We. Because the wheel was before 5,000, everybody got wheels. We create technology, we create innovation that's used by the elites, the biggest, greediest, most apathetic, destructive corporations and kings and lords. They got somewhere. We got nowhere. We walked around the circle. One of the things I like saying is, you know, if you go back and you look at the Dark Ages, the only thing that changed from the Dark Ages is now it's legal. That's it. The only thing they changed from the Dark Ages, now it's legal. Tell me one thing that happened in the Dark Ages that we in the West aren't doing to another country. Right. It's like what the sister said earlier, it's apathy. We do all the Dark Age things. Just right now, we've agreed collectively that it's a good idea to do this to children. It's a good idea to do this to people we don't know. Because remember, the aliens always on the other glen. On the other side of the glen are aliens. Over the next hill, over that next mountain, over in the next kingdom, over that next void in the ocean. There's always some aliens. Don't worry about them. They're evil. They mean this whole Project Bluebeam thing. You know how many times they stage that? Like people look at it and they're like, that's crazy. That's crazy. Do you know how many times they've done Project Bluebeam? You know what a pagan is? That's what they would do. They'd come back and tell you, there are pagans in Africa. There are pagans in North America. We need to go kill them before they invade us. They invaded us. They did that with the Muslims and Christianity. Bluebeam. It's Project Bluebeam. They're doing the same thing all over. They're not changing the game. They're using the same exact strategies over and over. If you don't know what Project Bluebeam means, that's the staged alien invasion. Meanwhile, the aliens never really came here and meant us any harm, nor did the Native Americans, nor did the Muslims, nor did the Africans, nor did anybody, but we killed them anyway because we allowed our elites to roll out a Project Bluebeam and we believed it. They haven't changed the game. It's the same thing. That's why I say the most important thing is history. The most important thing is history. If you can look back at the past, then you'll know what they're doing today. You won't know the names, relatively. You won't know the locations, but you will know what they're up to. They're always trying to get you to walk around that wheel, be apathetic, kill, murder, shoot, destroy other people so that they can rob them, so that they can get somewhere, not you. All right. Look, kids don't want to work. They want their own robot to work for them. They do shit. Well, you know, there's so many different types of kids. Like, you know, you look at the millennials, the next generation, there's so many different, you know, some of them are some real hard workers. I got friends that have kids that are millennials, and I got some that I know, they want to farm. They want to literally go back and homestead. They're like learning how to grow food. And they come to me all the time. How do you grow this? And what's this? And what to grow here? And can we do this and that? And aquaponics and blah, blah, blah. And I just tell everybody everything I know. Because I'm going to do my best to help everybody. Information should be free. You know, so you got hardworking kids and you got non. I think we always look at the next generation and we say what the last generation said, right? We always think the next generation is lazier than what we are. To a degree, it's true. I think to a degree it's true because in terms of convenience, right? Things definitely get more convenient. Like that wheel gets easier to push generation to generation because they grease the wheels and we got more people pushing. They learn how to put grease on it. They'll help us when it helps them. They won't help us when it helps us. They invent grease. They'll put some grease on that wheel. Why? Because they can get more productivity out of us. That's why. They'll give us health care and dental and medical and all the things that they'll let us have 2 weeks of vacation. They'll give us movies and give us lightning fast internet. They'll give us things that'll make us work. And it seems like life gets easier and easier. So the next generation is lazier, and it's not. We just made it more convenient, right? And so they lean more on that convenience. And plus with the robots anyway, right? You know, sure, they want us to embrace that technology, which is not for us. They want us to embrace it, and they want the kids to love it, worship it, and clap and dance. Like when you go to the grocery store and that Marty dance, that Marty thing is going around telling the humans where they need to go clean up something. And the kids, they yell and scream for it. They can't wait. They don't even want to go shopping with mom and pick out cereal no more. When I was a kid, we want to go pick out the carcinogen candy. These kids they didn't want to bother. They want to run and talk to Marty. Hi, Marty! The robot. Because we're not going to stop this cyborg thing. We've been trying to become cyborgs for a long time, since the invention of the wheel, like I've said before. We're not going to stop that. The only thing we can do is get robots to push this wheel and that mill work for humanity, or they're going to replace us, put the robots on the wheel, and let us die. And I don't think that's a good idea. Gotta stop pushing the wheel. That's what I'm thinking. Mental, spiritual wheel, literally. Every generation reinvents the same darn wheel. It does, Rebecca. Well, I think they invent it for us. Right? We're just so trusting. Why are we so trusting, Rebecca? Why do we always look up to people who don't respect us enough to tell us what's true and vote for them and cheer for them and clap for them and whatever mission they give us? We just run off and run with it. Like, I can go to the news right now. I really don't want to, but I could. And I bet you we see missions all over. We see missions all over the news of what they want people to be excited about, what they want them to be upset for. And the only thing I'm saying is we're on a wheel. How about we stop walking? How about we free the human race? Becoming a stay-at-home mom and spending time introspectively completely changed my life, goals, and mindset. Yes, Kim, thank you, thank you, thank you. That's the example I was looking for. And so when people have more time, they start to think about this. Like when I think about why does it take three incomes to maintain a household anymore, it's because they don't want anybody sitting at home. I think women should sit at home and just thinking, oh, and this, I'm glad you said that, Kim. It gets me back to what Saj Guru said about women and evolution, right? So the women, they evolved more in some tribes, not everywhere, because there's no absolute anything. Watching, right? Because the husband went off, the men went off to hunt and wherever. And so not only did they have to grow the food, maintain the hut, wash the clothes, they had to watch the kids, they had to look out for predators, they had to make sure. And so women's brains developed a little more of a cat-like way. I don't want to say intelligence. That'll get me in trouble. But their brains think differently, right? And it's epigenetics, like if you've been doing it for thousands of years. And so I think having that person, having that gender, and it crosses genders, nothing's absolute. Once again, I'm not even sure if gender exists, I'm fine with that. But having that person sit at home and continue to spot, what the hell is that chief up to? That chief sent all the husbands off to hunt, who's fat, lazy, nasty, doesn't even wash his hands. Dirty bastard. Why you send my husband out there to go out there and fight the wild boars? If he dies, I don't have anyone providing for me. I got these. And so, and I think you can't have one member of the household sitting at home raising the kids and surveying. That's why they created General Hospital, yo. That's why they created the stories. That's why they created my guide, what's it called, Guiding Light. They created the stories, the stay-at-home sitcoms, because moms were sitting around questioning the system, like, wait a minute, how come I ain't got no rights? What the hell is going on? This ain't working for me. I'm sick of this. But they keep everybody busy. They keep you working and walking. One, the wheel spins faster, and that analogy just means putting women in the workforce. You made more grease, right? That was putting grease on the wheel. Now you're getting more productivity out of one family for these billionaires. And so that makes sense to me. But also, I think there are a lot of bonuses too. It means nobody's raising the kids. The most important job we have on this planet is not banking. It's not a doctor. Damn sure ain't no president, no congressman, no leader, no politician. Ain't a lawyer. It's not a grocery store person. It's not even a farmer. The absolute most important job on this planet is raising the next generation. Absolute. No close seconds. None. Not teaching, not anything. It's raising, because raising the next generation is all of that. You have no more important job on this planet than parenting. And that's the one thing in these slave-like societies, they've taken and put it basically at the lowest rung. It's completely devalued. To be a stay-at-home mom in some communities is like to say you're useless. You have no purpose. But you have the most important job on the planet. Every species knows that. How come we don't? Every species knows. You gotta take care of the young. If you don't take care of the young, there is no next generation. If you can break them, you can make a lot of profit, and that's what these industries have done. Great example, thank you, absolutely. Begin to teach, I gotta move down, way up the comments. I'm gonna try to read more comments. Balanced ego is an age-old concept. Yes, it is, and we need to bring that to this age. Balancing ego, or having no ego. We don't actually have to have an ego, I don't think. Blaming others is a distraction. It's a distraction, and it's a great way to get people to walk on the wheel and not blame the wheel. And that's exactly what they do, Susan. They blame the presidents, they blame the politicians, not the actual system, and that's why nothing's changed. Now, I mean, this works out at so many levels, just not from a society and personal life, but also at a national level and the whole planet. If you keep people busy fighting the side effects, they'll never solve the root problem. That's what I'm saying. I fight oppression. I don't fight presidents. Because when I'm busy fighting presidents, I give oppression free rein. The wheel can turn faster and faster. I no longer attempt to try to get anyone to do anything. And you shouldn't, Susan, neither do I. I'm learning more and more every day, and I realize the more I try to get others to be like me, the more people will struggle against me. And that's a problem. Right? That's what they want. That's what the mill wants. The mill wants me to struggle against other people in ways by telling me that I'm right or my group is right and the other group is wrong. And the more I struggle against them, the less time and energy I put into struggling against the machine. The more I rage against people, the less I rage against the machine. The more I fight the powerful, the less I'm fighting the power. So I don't try to make anyone like me. Right? I get it's a Chinese finger trap, and the more I struggle, Susan, the more I get locked in. You know what I mean? So I completely agree with you. People have a right to privacy, no government. The world is on its head. 50 years of James Bond movies have normalized this nonsense. It has, right? And they made it sexy, right, Robert? Like they made the James Bond movies and all of the, but it all feeds into the patriotism. It all feeds into this idea there's a good guy, bad guy, like what Susan was saying. And there never is a good guy or bad guy. You just have indoctrinated people. And we're all struggling. And the only way we get out is by respecting and loving each other, leaving each other alone. That's the only way we get out. We keep struggling against each other. We keep letting the people who run this machine tell you who the problem is. We'll never get out of this. I'm gonna keep doing comments. Are we looking at the news? I kind of feel like I should just at least take a quick glance and look at the headlines at least. Did anyone hear about Canada? I thought I heard the other day something about there were kids that were hurt by 5G at some school in Canada. Anybody know anything about that? Dee Dee, that's your realm, Dee Dee. You know anything about that? Stories like that are important to identify first if they're real or if they're fake news. That's number one, because they put a lot of lies out there to get us like off. Oh, see, I told you 5G is hurting people, and it then turns out to be a fake story. I don't know anything about that, but something about there were a couple dozen kids that were hurt by 5G in Canada. Know thyself equals ego. Oh, that type of ego. I see what you're saying. Yeah, so in that term, the egg and all that intelligent stuff is. You gotta know thyself. Absolutely. Or try to discover thyself. But I think most of us don't. I don't think most of us ever met ourselves. Man, when you gonna do a show in a yellow vest? You're nailing it. Robert, to be honest with you, I had a video in a yellow vest. It's at home. I got it. Oh, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. Who said, Wanda? Robert, I'm ready to go. I'm just waiting on the Americans. I'm waiting on the Americans. My yellow vest is ready to go. But it jacks up the screen. I don't know why. It's because of the green screen or something. I put it on. Oh, no, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I was in Maryland, and I saw the yellow vest. It was in the construction section. Every time I see a yellow vest here, Brother Robert, somebody fixing a road or something. They're unsustainable, breaking the fence and putting it back up. They're digging a hole and filling it back in. More mill work, right? Walking around the mill, But I got the yellow vest. I'm convinced that the French are on it. The French, the most revolutionary people in the world, on the planet. They get it. They understand it, and they're finally done. And I think they're right. I think they're 100% right. The next step is referendums. The next step is to get rid of representative government. We don't have horses anymore. We have cars and we have internet. You can think for yourself. You do not need a representative to think for you. If that's resounding with you people, just please think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Because that's all I see all day long is the new representative that will decide for you. And I think you can decide for yourself. The new person who will sit at the top of the mill and crack the whip. You can think for yourself. You don't need them. Now, it's not a fix. It's not a fix like people tell you. It's just the next step. And we gotta keep stepping. We gotta keep stepping. Ain't no half stepping. Y'all remember the Big Daddy Kane? All right, I'm sorry. I'm trapped in the 80s. Sometimes it just comes out. Ain't no half stepping. We need to take full steps for these children, for the next generation. Hey, listening while I'm in the garden. That's where you should be, Brenda. I wish I was. I left. I had to leave my garden to come to come do this. What was I planting this morning, Brenda? I was repotting some parsley. I was repotting some. I had way too much sage. I didn't do so great on basil this year. It's been so wet. I think I lost a lot of basil now. It's real hot. What else was I growing this morning? I had a dancing plant going. The dancing plant. I love the dancing plant. I don't know if y'all have it. It actually is real. It's not YouTube fake news. The dancing plant actually moves. I had an analogy with that, Brenda, too. I just noticed, I think it was yesterday, day before it was moving. The dancing plant is a plant that moves on vibration. I might have a picture of it. It's supposed to move when you play music. It's kind of like a voter. So what I noticed, Brenda, is the plant, it moves its leaves to vibration and music. But after a while, you don't even have to play the music. It's like a voter. It just keeps on voting, keeps on voting. Every now and then it just turns. I'm not playing any music, I'm being quiet, and it keeps moving. Why is the plant moving? Well, it's indoctrinated to move. For the same reason we walk on that wheel, just walking on the wheel. Same reason we're voting. Why am I voting? Because I'm supposed to. Why am I paying taxes? I'm supposed to. Why am I a Democrat? Because that's what I'm supposed to be. Why am I over here? Because the black people tell me. Why am I over there? Because the religion says so. Why am I over here? Because this is America. Is what I'm supposed to do. Why am I standing for the pledge? Why? And it just keeps moving. After a while, I didn't have to do anything, Brenda. I just sit back and I'm just like, wow. I put like 5 of them together, and all the leaves are moving. It's like they have a little choir going on. And I think that's what the elite feel like. For a moment, Brenda, I felt like the elite. I didn't actually have to do anything. Like a politician, I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to do anything for these dumb plants. I know the plant's smarter than I am, but they're still moving. I guess they get so used to being in an environment with vibration and music, they keep moving. And they're just moving. They didn't do nothing. Like the brother keeps asking me, he's like, well, if we don't vote, what are we gonna do? Nothing. Literally nothing. Why? Because you're doing what they want you to do and they're not doing anything for you. I mean, even for people who still believe in the system and you believe that the Democrats and Republicans are different and they aren't the same exact damn people working for the same exact damn corporations and banks and people, yeah, they don't do anything for you. If you still believe, just don't do anything. Say, why am I not doing? I'm not voting for you. I'm not voting. Well, who are you gonna vote for? I'm not gonna vote for anybody. Why? Because the system doesn't do anything for me. That's what'll happen. If I'm totally wrong, me and my friends are totally wrong, and we shouldn't just replace the whole system. You think it's still fixable, and you can actually band-aid an oligarchy to not murder your kids, then at least they'll be motivated to do something. If you keep voting, why would they do anything? You're just a dancing plant. You're just a robot going. Ain't done nothing. The Democrats ain't done that damn thing for the Democrats, and the Republicans ain't done a damn thing for the Republicans. Everything they do is all about big corporations. They put a label on it that you'll like and you'll cheer for, and they screw you, like the Republicans and the Patriot Act. You're like, we're going to restore the Republic. The Patriot Act totally broke down the Republic, stole more rights than shoot, I don't know what, them daggone monkeys in them Indian cities coming to everybody's house stealing night. Y'all watch that show called Monkey Thieves? What's the name of that show? Monkey Criminals, something, I forgot the name. It was on Netflix. The monkeys was going in people's houses in India stealing when they go to work, going in the refrigerator, getting out in the milk and whatever, throwing out. Democrats ain't done nothing, but we gotta go with the black vote. And exactly what is the black, where is it exactly has that got you? We gotta go with the poor white vote. And where exactly has that got you? Got you more poor white people, did it? Got you more poor black people, did it? Got you more people in prison, did it? Yes, it did. Very simple. Do nothing. If you still believe, I don't believe. I don't believe in slavery. I don't believe in killers. I don't believe in systems that are based in violence. That's why I'm not voting. But if you still believe, then don't do anything and force them to actually do something for you. Show them your resolve. You don't show them resolve, you keep dancing, they don't have to play no music. They ain't never gonna play no music for you. All right, I don't know. So yeah, Brenda, I left the garden for that. It's a little more important. I'm going back to the garden now. Is that what they have been hearing though? Work smart, not hard. Isn't that what they've been hearing though? Work smart, not hard. Now a week. I think that usually what they say, Brenda, if I'm not missing where you commented that at, is they're always telling us to work harder, not smarter. That's an old wise saying, to work smarter, not harder. Right? But they keep saying work hard. Like the elites, they hand this crap down. Well, you need to work harder. You need to just try more. You need to keep on. You need to keep on keeping on. You need to keep on pushing. Stay the course, stay the course, stay the course. And at the end of the day, what you end up being is just a bull walking in a circle because you got these metal braziers on your eyes, right? Work smarter, not harder. And to me, what smarter is when you realize that that boat is just going in a circle because some idiot in the back of the boat threw down the anchor because they didn't actually want you to get anywhere. They wanted you to keep going in a circle and keep rowing, is you cut the rope. You gotta do something different. If you want to change, you gotta change your behavior. Right? You gotta change something in what you've been doing. If you're still playing the game by the rules they've given you, then you're gonna be on a boat and you're gonna continue to go in a circle. Why? Because you've been on a boat. And we keep going in circles and nothing's really changed in 5,000 years. You gotta cut the rope. You gotta, I don't know, look at the mill and take one of the screws out and see if the wheel breaks down or something. You have to do something different. But if you keep doing, and to me that's smart, right? But if you keep just pushing harder and harder, you keep working, get another degree, go back to work a little longer. They used to have me, Brenda, I used to work. Some weeks I worked 90 hours. I probably worked even more than that some weeks. I would work on the weekends, I'd work early, I'd work late, and then never getting anywhere. Of course, now the numbers in the bank account went up, but I wasn't getting anywhere. There's a difference between getting somewhere and making more money. Are you actually getting? See, I can't take the money with me. The only thing I can take with me, well, let me say it, the only thing I can actually leave behind that's significant is what I do for people. And working in making more money didn't do any damn thing for anybody but the elites. They were big, massive corporations, and it was just walking on the wheel. The only one who gets anything out of this mill are the people who own the mill, not the people standing on the gate at the top of it, and damn sure not the people walking on it, and damn sure not the kids that we indoctrinate to push that damn wheel and do the same thing we are. We gotta work smarter. So I agree. I'm totally agreeing with you. I'm just processing through it. We have to work smarter, not harder. If what you've been doing has been failing, stop doing it. Right? Why are you pushing a brick wall? If the brick wall hadn't moved in 5,000 years and humans aren't more free, they're more enslaved. If everything that's happening in the Dark Ages happens to now, why would you keep doing it? Boggles my mind. History repeats itself. It does, Patty, because we just can't seem to recall history. They keep deleting it too. That's it. They keep lying about it and deleting it and hiding it from us. Well, I like ancient archaeology, looking back at the greater people we came from than what we are today. Healthy self-esteem, healthy ego, destroying it would be to kill yourself. Right? In terms of, I guess, that's that psychology stuff, or the ig and the ego. I'm saying ego in terms of like pride, right? Where, that type of ego. We need to be proud of our species. We need to be proud of what we're accomplishing collectively. Not arrogant about what we can steal from somebody else financially because we can get a better degree, because we were born in a better family, or family with more wealth. That's what I'm saying. Folks feel insignificant, brag. Folks feeling insignificant, brag all the louder. This is true. This is true. People who don't have like to pretend like they have, right? And you can usually tell that, right? People, they like to mock and mimic the people with wealth. And the real people with wealth, they don't drive Ferraris. I mean, they got the Ferrari, but they really don't drive it much. They drive a Honda Accord. They don't walk around in Ferragamos and $3,000 suits. That's for poor people, right? That's why when you go to like the ghetto or trailer park, a lot of those people have very nice clothes. They got nicer clothes than I got. Y'all see me, I wear the same damn clothes all the time. You watch my videos like, didn't he wear that shirt last week? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's my goal. I met this brother named Akil, and I would say he's like 26 or something, and he has 7 shirts. My goal in life at 45 is to be like that 26-year-old. I'd like to have 7 shirts. I'd figure out how to make my life work with that, instead of being a consumer, right? More slave products. But poor people who don't understand how slavery works. They want to look like the elites. They want to look like wealthy. They want to look good and be no good because they're indoctrinated to be that way. And I'm not talking about people like that. But this is what we talked about when we mentioned earlier. Abused people will live out life like they've been abused. And sometimes that's the best thing that they can have. They can have a nice pair of shoes that cost $100. Shoot, I ain't bought a pair of shoes that cost more than $20 in 20 years. Because it makes them feel good about themselves. And so there are sustainable things too, right? There's consumerism where you're wasting, but there's also people who buy things because it gives them a little bit of energy to go to that next day. It makes them feel a little bit better because our society is based in looking at people with money and wealth as they're good and everybody else is bad. They're successful and you're a failure. So it makes people feel successful. And I understand that, but what I'm saying is people who are standing outside of that, we need to help those people. Right? We don't need to judge those people. We need to understand the psychosis behind it of trying to mimic the people who enslave you. That Stockholm syndrome, maybe that's what it's called. Waiting on my Uber ride. Okay, all right, Justin. I like Uber. Justin, I love Uber. Uber is great. Like that was a free market thing. That actually was free market. That's probably not no more. But between Uber and Lyft, that was like a taste of free. This is why I tell people, yeah, capitalism works. Free market capitalism, it actually works. It had a time in history, but then it had to go away. But it never really was there for long. I mean, it became crony the day after, right? If the kings print the money and they own the kingdom, hell no, they're not going to let you have a means of catching them. That would be the dumbest. That's like the person who owns this mill letting you push hard enough to a point where you could own the mill or have your own mill. No, they write the rules to keep you there. It's like Monopoly. Once again, you can't beat the bank at Monopoly, and the bank always wins Monopoly. But I actually like Uber. It is a good example of if we actually had free market capitalism, what it could have done. But this is all prior to automation and robots. That's what I'm saying. Automation and robots they made every form of government obsolete that's ever been created. Whether it's socialism, communism, capitalism, all of that. All of it's obsolete because robots don't give a damn about none of that. They don't want money, they don't need health care, and they don't spend money. The automation economy is what we should, if you're a visionary, what you really should be looking to is into that. And my favorite proponents of that is the Venus Project and Zeitgeist Movement. In fact, Venus put something out yesterday. It was shortly deleted right after. I think it was while I was doing the video yesterday. The Venus Project put out a new video, but it got deleted. Come on there. Come on. They're not going to let us die. They're killing us by design. Yeah, they won't let us die necessarily, John, but it's a sustainable culling. That's the best word. Sustainable culling, right? They need people to keep working. Like, it's not going to be overnight where every job goes away and they just kill everybody. No. You know, they're doing it slowly. Like, they have software that can replace so many people that they haven't rolled out. It's like Windows, you know, the new version keeps coming out, that planned obsolescence. They make as much as they can. And so there's a greed component to all of it. But they're slowly replacing people and they're letting them die off. Like, outside of some eugenics or great culling, I mean, what happens to poor people who don't have jobs? They go on welfare. What happens to their kids? Prison system. You know, it only supports so many people, and every couple years they monkey around with that welfare system. And what happens to the people who can't eat, people who aren't getting welfare checks, and people who weren't shown how to fish? They were just given fish. They do crimes, right? They gotta live. And they do crimes, and where do they end up? Prison, dead or prison. And so the system is already designed to call back enough of the numbers. And so those people go missing, they get disappeared. What do you think happens to like a lot of the kids in this whole sex trafficking and all this stuff? Where do you think they come from? They don't come from wealthy homes. Most of them come from poor homes. You got rings that work, and they work off of poor children. You know, that's one of the number one benefits of war is all the slaves that people can get from it. When there's no order, you can hurt people in a lot of ways. And that's one of them. Let me see. We built the kingdom for the woman. We set the pedestal. We go to war for them. Women have the power over man. Well, Justin, that's the system. That's another system. We're not gonna go there. That's another system. Yeah. Wars have been started for women. Yes. And this is why everybody's powerful though. Everybody has power in their own ways, and everybody can abuse that power too. Yes, women are very powerful. Don't ever get it twisted. Don't ever be fooled on who actually runs a lot of this. Probably most of it, but they do it quietly. But don't mistake that it abuses them as well. But that's a completely different system. And it's a good thing it worked out that way too. That's the one thing that, all right, let me stop. In general, men think north, south, east, and west for hunting herds, and women think next to the small, with the next big tree for gathering. I can go with that, Rebecca. That makes sense to me. Evolutionary. You have to be a slave before you can be a master. Ooh. But most slaves will never be masters. And if a slave becomes a master, it's because it took on the master's qualities of violence. That's what I think. In order for a slave to be a master, it's gonna have to want to embrace slavery. In order for a person to want to be a politician, it has to embrace slavery. In order for someone wanting to rule over you or tell you what to do, it has to have no respect for you, whatever you are, yourself. So yeah, a slave probably can become a master, but it has to take on the violence of the master. It has to agree with it. And at that point, a slave becomes a master. Is slavery bad? Not that slave. It accepted that system. And this is the problem I have with the violent revolution. I think that's Brother John, who believes in revolution, is that it's pointless. Because if you believe in violence, then you're not actually winning anything. You're just swapping a face. So instead of violent Republicans and Democrats and Rockefellers and whatever at the top, it's just you at the top, or the people who win that revolution. Nothing changed. Violence still makes the decisions on the planet. We didn't evolve. We didn't change. We didn't change our behavior. We didn't cut the anchor. All we did was push the guy off the back of the boat who threw the anchor in, and now somebody new sitting on the back of the boat. See, no revolution has ever worked. This is what we were talking about yesterday. No revolution, violent one, has ever worked. They all fail because of today. Every single one, they've all failed. All of them. Because we never got past violence as a decision maker. Violence can't make the decision. The only reason you need violence is because somebody doesn't agree with you. And we now have the ability to make a system that everybody agrees with. Universally. 99%. We can feed everybody, we can clothe everybody, we can house everybody, we can free everybody from walking around this damn wheel. And that's the one thing everybody all over this planet wants. They want to be free and they want to be left alone. They want to have the things that keep them alive, and they want to have a little more than that, the things that they want too. And they can have all of that. But it's never going to come, and you don't need force to do that. If you're using force, it means there's somebody you don't want to give that to. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. Violent revolutions have never won, and they never will, because it's still more of the same. We need a peaceful stand down. Because what's the point in a slave becoming the master? Slavery's still there. Sure, it works out great for that slave, but that's that whole leader-follower thing, getting behind somebody to gang up against someone else to force them to do what you want them to do. That's why I'm against that. Nobody wins in that. Violence wins. Demons win. Evil wins. Nothing changes. The Dark Ages continue to thrive as we keep everything that was done back then legal. That's what I'm saying. And why would you want to use violence anyway if we could just walk away? Violence takes a lot of energy. Talking to people does not. That's why I'm a talker. I'm a talker. What you doing? What protest are you doing? Where's your Sharpie? Where's your sign? Where's your... As I know that you feel that that's what's going to change things. I don't feel that. I changed myself. I changed my life. I push less on this damn wheel. best I can. I tell other people why the wheel is there. Don't look at the Donald Trump on the thing, and don't look at the Barack Obama on the thing, and the May and the Merkel. Look at the damn system. If you're the closest guy, and eventually you tell enough people, and the guy who's closest to the center of the axle right here, you can start taking screws out. See, to me, I think that actually will work. That's functional. But, you know, getting a Sharpie and writing on your forehead while you're walking and pushing the wheel, they don't care. They really don't. They still got, the mills got to turn. They got to sell whatever they're selling, and you can protest all you want. If the banks run everything and they print the money, you're going to keep walking. But they'll kill you, and they'll put somebody else there. So all we have to do is talk to people. All we have to do is evolve. All we need is consciousness. That's all we need. Major shifts, yes. Planet switching. They stay for years, decades. Uranus and Taurus is one to watch. All earthly things, all quakes and eruptions. Also, Taurus rules the economy. I guess it's the age of Aquarius actually turning. Lots of laughter. I thought that was when I was a kid. It was barely started. Yeah, well, that's genius. Yeah, so did I. Because of the song. That's your problem. You like me, using the age. It's the age of Aquarius. No, it was not the age. It was coming in too, and it was just starting, and it takes like 80 years or something crazy like that before you'll like actually be in the age of Aquarius. I know. But things are shifting. I won't claim that I know what you're talking about. I won't claim that I know anything about retrogrades and moons and quasars and coconut and monkeys things. I don't know nothing about that. Things are changing. I totally agree with that. Why? I have no idea. Things are changing, and our ancients knew all of this. They believed in the astral tables and where the planets were and how that affected us and everything. It's like last night, I shifted my bed, my friend. Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I listen to my hippie friends. I know y'all think I'm crazy a little bit. I listen to my hippie friends because they actually haven't been wrong yet. Science, my science friends, y'all be wrong all the time. You just wrong. Not all the time. Okay, not all the time. Sometimes science is right. I listen to my hippie friends because there's a lot of ancient wisdom in a lot of these things that I used to turn a blind eye to. So I asked everybody on the thread the other day, which way are we supposed to sleep at night? Which way is our head supposed to focus? And so what I got from that is I got a lot of different answers. But mostly, I would have, if you asked me 10 years ago, I would say it's all bunk. That's all stupid. It doesn't really matter which way you face. But somebody answered to the effect of the Native Americans felt that you shouldn't face north for one reason, and there was another group somewhere in the world, another continent, who also handed down the same teaching. Yeah, you're not supposed to sleep with your head facing north. So I spent last night cutting my hand all up. See the blood? See the blood! Right there, I cut my hand. Because I was moving my bed last night. I was facing northeast. So now I think I meant to face east. I couldn't really make east work out. So I think I'm kind of facing west, which is not ideal. But I'm okay with that. There's a lot to these ancient teachings that were handed down. And for me, because multiple cultures on different continents came to that understanding, I'm gonna go along with it. I trust my elders. I absolutely trust my elders over science today, every time. I like to merge the two of them, best that I can, let them work together on this. But I look at sources everywhere. And to me, the longest running human trial, clinical trial, moon trial, 98% monkey trial, medicinal trial that's ever happened on this planet is through our ancestors. Thousands of years of tried and tested knowledge, and I don't think they did anything that was stupid. Not multi-generational. They handed down things over and over and over and over and over, and if it didn't work, they threw it out. If it worked, they stuck with it. And that's why I think Bigfoot probably is real. They all said Bigfoot is real. I want to do a Bigfoot video. I don't know anything about Bigfoot. But I think Bigfoot's real. Why? Because they all said he's real. If you can give me corroborating people on different continents that all say that this damn thing happened, some aliens or something came out the sky and did the crystals and that works and all of that stuff, I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with it. Because usually science will figure it out later and they start explaining it to us. Like you go back to the Zulu and the Hopi. You go back to these cultures, you all said, yeah, we didn't come from here, we came from another planet. And they started everything out and they helped us out and they did this, that, and whatever. And I'm like, wait a minute, how did two different groups of people that never interacted came to the same conclusion? To me, something is there. And then these people, they knew where the Sumerians knew where all the planets were. They knew that Pluto was blue and all. How did they know that? Obvious. It should be obvious, but you know, there's always some aliens over the next Glen. You understand what I'm saying? All right. The only thing you take with you is your sins. Ooh, go on, Brother Augustine. That's it. You don't take none of his money with you. You don't take the car with you. You don't take the house with you. You don't take anything with you. All you take with you is your sins, the things that you didn't do or did do while you were here. Try to sin less. I guess you got to figure out what a sin is to you. I know what a sin is to me. I think we're here to help each other. I think we're here to form a collective. I don't think we're here to rob each other and push the wheel harder than our neighbor and so we can brag more because we got a nicer house. I don't think that ends up well for us. I think you've got a gut feeling that you're being played. You need to respond like you're being played, which is not doing what the system wants you to do. For sure. All right. Ooh, Susie's out gardening too. All right. Oh, it's getting hot. I have to do what I got to do because it's going to be like 90 something. It was like 97 yesterday, something like that. I got to get it out early. So I'm going to have to get off of here. We have to take some responsibility in our own demise, though. Indy, we got to take total responsibility in our own demise. We are indoctrinated to be self-destructive, and we are self-destructing. We're literally pushing the wheel until we die. We absolutely got to take 100% of the accountability. Because when we try, and this is why the other reason I don't believe in this whole representative model and voting for leaders and adult superheroes. It's because you put the accountability on them. So people say, ha, see, I didn't do it. It's their fault. Bernie didn't do it. Trump didn't do it. Obama didn't do it. Like it's this lack of accountability. You need to take it in your own hands and everybody needs to take on their own accountability. Stop trying to outsource adulting to someone else you don't even know. It's the dumbest thing that I ever heard. I can't believe I was ever a part of it. All right. Get down through the comments. I gotta get out of here. Eat smart and move more. Yes, eat smart, Patty. Eat smart, move more, drink water, sleep facing north. All these things. Become strong again. Plant perennials, plant seeds. Fight for no secrecy in government. All the things, anything that'll help people become more conscious, that's what, go in that direction. Whatever that might be, go in that direction. Anything that helps you become more conscious, go in that direction. Anything that makes you stronger, go in that direction. Unless it's using force over other people. We like that plant, hear a little music, dance some, and can't stop even when the music is turned off. Right. Well, it's like Rebecca, it's like, what's that game? You remind me of that game. We used to play in daycare. What's that? Musical chairs. Right. Musical chairs. But as kids, we knew to stop when the music stopped and to get the chair. So the music stopped, you push your friend, and you jump in the chair. I was a big kid, Rebecca. I kind of had a little chub on me, so I always got a chair. It was like the teacher turned the music off. And she turned it off. And we don't know that we're supposed to sit down. We still. Meanwhile, the elite are getting the chairs. Like, oh, they're sitting down. We still walking. I'm a vote. I'm a change the world. I'm a outsource adulting, and the music stopped, and but we're still going. We're indoctrinated. We are so indoctrinated to this slavery. It's crazy. All right. So things are changing. I'm seeing people waking up. It's funny, the people I run into, they're talking about crystals and consciousness and self and sovereignty and, less and less outrage. Who I'm meeting, I'm not sure who you're meeting, but I think my friends on social media, sometimes they hide my posts or AI doesn't want me to see them or something. But from what I can tell, It seems like people care less and less and less about the people lying on TV. Mom's asleep. I can jump back on the stream. She'll be for a minute. All right, Indy. All right, let me get down. I'm about to get out of here. Let me see. I've had very vivid dreams lately in alternative dimensions. Ooh, go on, Kevin. I believe that too. I believe in the multiverse. I believe in string theory. I believe in it because not only did ancients all say it, not only was it in the Quran and the Bible scriptures that ended up in those particular books, but it came from earlier scriptures. But now science is starting to agree with that as well. I don't understand it, but I believe it. My life is so much better since I downsized and got rid of all that stuff I didn't need. Mine too, Sandra. And I'm still downsized. I'm still moving down. Oh, we're moving on down to the bottom. I've finally given up my taste for the pie. Yeah. Y'all didn't watch it. You didn't watch the show. I ain't seen one laugh. Nobody watched the show. I can't sing. That was the Jeffersons when they had to start moving on up. Like even that was fake news. Even that was like controlled opposition. What you're supposed to do, the slave is supposed to become the master. You're supposed to move on up. You're supposed to open a, what did he have, a laundromat? You're supposed to open a laundromat and move up onto the top. You're supposed to join the slave masters. That's what the slave is supposed to do. As a kid, I remember that song, Sandra. I used to sing it all the time. Oh, moving on up to the plantation top. We finally got the chance to live in a big house. And that's exactly what we did. But no, I try to downsize everywhere I can, Sandra. I buy less and less from big corporations. Things that I buy, I go to little ones. I do my best. I almost never go to Walmart anymore, Target, any of the big ones. I can't get out of Home Depot, Sandra. I'm trying. I got rid of a lot of my extra crap. I don't think I got one suit. I got my funeral suit. That's the other. Sandra, I used to have like 10 suits. I used to have to wear suits for work. Now I got one. Every time somebody dies, I take it out. Somebody get married, I take it out. It's the same one. You ever know, Sandra, if you ever look at my the funeral and the wedding pictures, it's the same suit. Oh, it's the same. It's that same damn suit. Nope. I'm going back to where my grandfather lived. Shoot, Sandra, if I can find me some overalls, I'm gonna give me some overalls. Now, then I had 2 pair of clothes. I had my dress, I had my dress clothes, my overalls, and my pajamas. I want the Maduda pajamas. I want the grandpa pajamas. I want the ones with the button in the back. So you can sit on the top, just take the buttons off the back and the whole flap comes down, your booty come out, and just sit on the toilet. That's what I want. But you know, our ancestors, they did it because they had to. We can do it because we're smart. We can do it because we want to be sustainable. We could do it because we know that this world isn't going to end well if we all keep walking on this wheel. And that's another wheel, that consumerism wheel. Buying a bunch of crap. Now, the one thing I'm not, Sandra, is I'm not. Somebody said there's a documentary called Minimalism. I haven't watched it, where you're supposed to get rid of stuff. I'm not a get rid of stuffer. I'm not there. That might be a level that I need to get to. I'm not a get rid of stuffer. I got stuff. I'm keeping my stuff. Yeah, my stuff. That's my stuff. That's my stuff, and you're not supposed to touch it. I know. I keep my stuff. I'm just not buying new crap. I'm fixing my old stuff. I don't know how many times I've fixed my dishwasher now. I fixed that a couple times. I fixed my hot water heater. I fixed my dryer and my washing machine. Old as can be. I did not buy a new one. I did not upgrade with y'all, but y'all got the one that talk to you, press the button, go beep, beep, beep. Your clothes have now started. Have a wonderful day. I don't have that. Mine, shoot. Cassandra, mine got the click, where you turn, you put the clothes in, you close the hood, it's like, boom. It's the metal one. I don't think they make this color anymore. Green's got that green 1960. my clothes washing, my washing machine probably weigh about 800 pounds. When you close that lid down, it'll take a finger off if you're not careful. Now, when I turn it on, it ain't no beep, 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 boop, beep. You know, they probably got the key cards now, RFID chips. No, I'm sustainable. Mine, when I turn mine on, it's like cut, 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 cut. And it's like it gets stuck on like one spot where you got to get the wrench out and all right, I'm sorry, I was having fun. But no, I'm just, it's about being sustainable. Like there are people who talk about it and be about it. And I'm saying be about it. Be about it. Slavery's a bad idea, act like it. Try to protect the people who make all your clothes, who put together all this slave stuff, all the genocide, war, all the things, all the people we say we care about. Somebody said earlier, apathy. You really care about these things, then act like it. Acting like it is not voting. I'm sorry. Acting like it is not voting for people doing it. Or a system that's doing it. Because the people talk good. Let's be honest. Let's be fair. The people talk good. And I'm good with everybody's 2020. Let me clarify this. I know I hit the 2020. I'm good with everybody's 2020s after we get rid of the Federal Reserve. They all got something positive to say. They all got ideas. I'm 40 ideas, but the bankers did not sign off on any of the ideas. They didn't get their permission slip yet. So I'm good with everybody's 2020. It's not about them. It's about we have a system that will not let them do anything that affects slavery, war, genocide, or any of the big oligarch projects that make profit. Until you get rid of that, it doesn't matter who you put in office. You're wasting your time. You're literally wasting all your energy and your time. You're not fighting oppression, but by the default of fighting something else, you're helping oppression. That's my point. War orphans are a major benefit of disaster capitalism, pedagate human trafficking. Yes, they are, Patricia. And that was one of the fuels of war, right? How did you get the soldiers, the young men to go fight in the war? I mean, you paid them and you told them they can rape everybody they wanted to. It all got women out of war. See, what gets me is the woman part. How are you a woman in government? How? War, the whole basis of it has always been on the backs of women. I don't get that. That's the one that boggles my mind. I stand up for my sisters every chance I get. And I can't have anything to do with government. But the whole basis of war is destruction of women. It's always been from the beginning of time. This tribe invaded that tribe. Why? Because they wanted to steal their women and their horse and kill the men. And it's just like we still do that today. It hadn't changed. It has not changed at all. Why would you vote for that? Why would you want to be a part of that? Violence will always go after the weakest. Violence will always be worst against those with the least body structure, the least muscle, the elderly, and women and children. Why? It boggles my mind. It's just I don't get it, Patricia. I guess I kind of. It's indoctrination, but how can indoctrination be that powerful? I don't even want to go there. Now I'm gonna get upset. Let me move on. Let me move on. I'd stop, laugh. Don't want to get upset. Keep moving. The world is actually the way it's supposed to be. People are literally indoctrinated to accept this. They're indoctrinated to look the other way. They're indoctrinated to that whole New York City example. Walking, not New York, just any big city. You're walking through the big city, you see somebody get raped in the alleyway. You're supposed to keep walking. Don't say anything. Just keep walking. Why? Because they might have a knife. They might have a gun. Your nation starting endless wars where young girls are being taken into sex trafficking. No, you're supposed to keep walking. Look the other way. Nope, just keep voting. Keep voting, just keep voting. Yep, your side's doing it too. Your side is just a part of it. They're voting for war. They're funding the weapons that the warlords are using to rape entire towns of women. Oh, but don't look down that alleyway. Keep on. The earth is flat. Keep on walking on the wheel. Just keep going. We're gonna get somewhere. They're gonna get somewhere. Here, just put this on your eyes right here. Put this on your eyes. Just keep walking. Just don't pay any attention. Just keep walking. Keep going. Yep, it's gonna end up good for you guys. Yep. Sometimes I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say. Everybody has a mama. Everybody, if you don't have a little girl, you have a niece. You have a little cousin. Just picture them in some of these war zones. I mean, just for a minute. Just picture your child being grabbed by men after the town was bombed and their parents were killed, and taken to the Philippines and being used as a rape doll. This is what you're voting for. No, I know your politician's a nice person. I'm not talking about your nice person. I'm talking about the system's model. You're not stopping war. The banks have already called for war. You're not stopping us going into Iran. You're not stopping. Your 2020s have nothing to do. It is so far above there. They're pushing on the wheel like you are. But we can't seem to see that. We just always want to walk past that alleyway and pretend like we don't see somebody getting raped in it. All right. I had to move on because now it's getting serious. I don't want to go down there. It's just people, we got to think deeper. We got to find more love. You got to dig deep. Find that love. Dig deep. You haven't found it, keep digging. Keep digging, keep digging. Keep digging until you can stand next to somebody else on some very core principles that nothing should move anywhere. No mill should ever turn that's abusing human beings. None. All right, let's keep going. Was listening to NPR this AM talking about Amazon being an abusive slave corporation. I've never used them. They are, Sandra, 100%. They are, and when they're done with the slaves, they got the robots. They're like the proponent of automation. Like they've got factories rolling out left and right without people. But hey, they've got a minimum wage, so I guess it makes sense. I guess it's okay. They fire more people than the minimum wage is going to end up helping because they got a minimum wage. So let's cheer for them. Birdie. I didn't say Bernie, I said Birdie. Cheering one of the world's billionaires. Everybody believed it too. They was all happy. Like, yeah, Amazon has a minimum wage. Like, really? Stop. It's like, why? It's the same thing with America. Like, we need a minimum wage in America. Why? Let me ask you a question. Do you think Amazon is any worse than the United States oligarch of America? Do you think that, who do you think is doing the work? Who do you think has a plan post-human labor? Do you think Amazon has a bigger plan, or America, the slave colony owned by Rothschilds, has a bigger plan? I don't want America to have a minimum wage. No. Money needs to go away. Root cause. Deal with the root cause. But people believe, and as long as you got people believing in steel braziers right here, as long as you got people believing in metal braziers on their eyes, they'll keep walking that wheel. We're getting somewhere. We're getting there. All right. Now I want to get repetitive. Let me get down to the last couple of comments and get out of here. We're all becoming aware. Kim, I think we all are. We all got to keep talking. Things are changing and nobody's getting ready for it. Things are changing, Yvonne. I think some people are getting ready for it. Like, I'm trying to prepare. I'm trying to do everything I can to feed people. I'm planting more food all the time, growing everything, learning. I'm running some experiments this morning with propagation. I'm doing a bunch of different stuff. I think people are getting ready. They're getting ready for what's coming. Maybe not enough, but more people wake up all the time. But I believe in the human race. I think we'll figure it out. Hashtag maximum wage. Absolutely. Oh, I love that. Oh. Gene, what are you talking about? I like the idea of a maximum wage for CEOs, a maximum wage for everybody on the planet. Everybody, the most you can make is $25,000 a year. What do you think is going to happen to the? Because you know how they say it, Gene? They say, and by the way, you're still in trouble. She called Area 51 Burning Man. What the hell is wrong with you? She said Area 51 is Burning Man. She said the government's Burning Man. It's like, yeah, that's exactly what's going to be. Y'all go down, man. All right, you're in trouble. I mean, so process what she's saying. If there's a maximum wage, and let's say it's $25,000 a year, what do you think will happen? What do you think will happen to the price of houses? I can't even whistle. What do you think will happen to the price of BMWs? What do you think will happen to the price of Benzes? What do you think will happen to the price of food? What do you think will happen to the price of bread? What do you think will happen to the price of tomatoes? What do you think will happen to the price of everything? What do you think will happen to your cable bill? What do you think will happen to your power bill? What do you think will happen to your water bill? Just think about it for a minute. Just process for a minute. Reducing the money in circulation. The businesses will want to stay in business and all the prices will drop. The problem is not your wage. The problem is that you need more money. The problem is they're tricking you and they're fooling you and they've raised the price of everything beyond livable wages, right? Beyond livable standards. You go ahead and give everybody a hashtag minimum, a maximum wage, and you see what happens. But this is why the politicians don't talk about stuff like that. Hell no, they won't talk about that. Why? Because they want you to have more. Because the mill is still turning. That consumer mill, you know, it's like, oh, the mill is slowing down. Oh, slowing down the economy, the GDP. Uh-oh, slavery slowing down. Oh, no, the wars are slowing down. Oh, what do you got to do? Got to give them some more money. Got to get them spending. Okay, get them spending. Give them more money. Give them more money. Minimum wage. Okay, get that wheel turning. All right, keep walking. The bulls are walking again. Okay, good. Woo, they got a little more money. All right, we're pounding up Goldman and Sachs. Okay, we got Lockheed Martin still going. Okay, they're buying pharmaceutical drugs. Okay, here we go. Woo. All right. Oh, slowing down. Oh, what do we got to do? We need universal health care. Why? They can't afford the medications. We got to help them afford the drugs to make them more sick, not to heal them. Okay, let's get them. Okay, now they're moving. They got universal health care. Okay, things are moving. Okay, woo, we're moving again. Okay, keep that wheel turning. But people can't see it. But they don't want to see it. I love what you said. The ruling class is expert about the underclass revolting. Non-participation while building a new paradigm is something fresh and new. Yes, Rebecca. They know about revolutions. Rebecca, they're not new. Monkeys get upset, they pick up sticks. That's it, happening since the beginning of time. Don't be a monkey. All right, monkeys are very predictable. What they don't predict is the monkey's gonna stop grabbing shiny things. That's what they don't predict. That's what they're not prepared for. They're prepared for the monkeys to keep grabbing those shiny things. That shiny employment, that shiny car, that shiny house, that shiny consumer, that shiny I hate the president. Oh, that shiny I love the president, that shiny wall, that shiny healthcare. Monkeys just keep going for the shiny stuff. You know, what they don't expect, and then when monkeys get upset, they pick up sticks. They're ready for all of that. They're not ready for it is the monkey say, you know what? No, I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. I don't think I'm gonna hate the Republicans this time. You pretty much do what the Republicans do, and they pretty much do what you do, and none of you are for my freedom. None of you are doing anything important. None of you are actually helping the country. I think I'm gonna sit this one out. I'm not gonna grab the shiny thing this time. And that's where I'm at. Like I told everybody, I said, you know what? I will vote for your 2020 if one thing happens. And of course, if something I knew wasn't gonna happen. I said, if not one child in America gets shot or murdered by police for carrying a dry plant, by the election, I'll vote. If the laws, because you know me, I'm not a blamer of police. The police don't write the laws, the legislators do. If they've orchestrated a society that actually works for the children, anybody under the age of 26, if anybody under the age of 26 gets murdered by the police on your politician's orders, then I'm not going to vote. I guarantee you, by the time I posted that yesterday and today, there's a child that's already been murdered for growing a plant, a medicinal plant to help people that God put on this planet. That's not a system that you keep. It's a system you delete. All right. Did I change my sleep? And yes, I did. I did, Patty, and I got cut up. I was it was late. I didn't get home, Patty, till like 9 or 10 o'clock, and it's like 2 days now. And I gotta move my bed. I gotta move my bed. I have so much junk under my bed. It was it was rough. And I was moving the big old mattress. I finally got everything moved. So I'm facing west now. I think I'm gonna try to find east last night. I'll be honest, I didn't get any better sleep last night, but I have to think about it. I mean, I feel good. I don't feel tired. And I did get up earlier. I will say that. Maybe I did get better sleep. I don't know. Let me experiment on it. Let me focus. Let me think about it a little bit, because I don't like to answer those questions too early. I want to let it play out a little bit, like my Lapaloozy. I tell you about that? I got that crystal. I believe in crystals, y'all. I got them in my pocket right now. I got my rose quartz and I got my Lapaloozy. I do. I got this daggone thing. They said, oh, well, if you're not having dreams, the Lapalooza will help you. It'll help you sleep better. I took that thing. I said, that thing, I haven't had dreams in years. This is why I trust my hippie friends. They haven't been wrong. They're still nailing them. So now, somebody, I thought crystals was phony, fake news. I got my crystal everywhere I go. Got two of them. I got Lapalooza and rose quartz. I got some amethyst around too on occasion. But there's something to it. I don't know. I can't explain it, but there's something to it. I have no idea. Don't ask me to explain it. I don't. People go to schools and take classes in this stuff. I know at the top of the pyramids was a crystal. I know that we use crystals in shortwave radios. I know the importance that they are actually fine-tune energy. They focus energy, and we are energy. That's what I know. All right. We're energy. They focus energy. There's certain people who can use them to focus energy better than others. That's powerful. That's powerful. I know that every religion, they all got these scepters. Like, you ever notice, like, the Pope walks around with that Big Daddy cane. He walks around with the staff, my rod and staff. And oceans get parted and crazy stuff, locusts fly away, things can happen. But the Pope still got a crystal, it's a crystal form. Some people say it's the pineal gland. They got the big statue of that, but they still got these things. And there's something to it. That's where I'm going. There's something to crystals. If everything is energy, everything. If the big blocks on the pyramid are energy, and these things focus energy, and people know how to focus, is it plausible that somebody actually one person built the pyramid? Hell yeah, it's plausible. Oh, hell yeah, it's plausible. What's the name of that site? Graham Hancock talks about it. There's a site, there's a pyramid. It's not good. There's a pyramid that it's in Malta. It's under all this dirt, and they thought it was just a big dirt mound. Not Chichen Itza, where it has to be one of the oldest sites on the planet, still covered in dirt, and it had a lot of black monoliths. I know y'all know this. Damn it, where's Susan at? Where Ivana? Y'all know this. The name of that site. But anyway, where the researchers said there's a pyramid under the site, there's a hollowed out space. He did the studies and they stopped him from working on the site. Well, when that site was built and the others like it, because there was like, I guess, these long, heavy stones, long cylindrical like stones that they built it from, they said the same thing that somebody, one of the Egyptians had said, that it was built by a person using sound, using vibration. Well, if everything is sound and everything is vibration, if we're wave energy and that's sound and that's vibration, could someone take a crystal focus, whatever, and move another piece of wave energy called a block? Hell yeah, it could. Look around this planet, all these massive megaliths. That's why I listen more to the ancients than I do modern technology. We're broken. No, you said, I thought it was, no, it's Hermes Trismegistus, was that his name? Where, the Egyptians brought him in because he was this great guy who knew all this stuff, and he built a lot of the pyramids. And there was a story on another continent that built the site. I can't think of the name of the site. Where it was one person, and it was, they said he would hum or whatever, and he was moving blocks, and he built this temple. These are things you need to think about. That's why I carry my crystals around. Because your CIA is hiding that from you. They're hiding all these ancient stories. They convince you that it was mythology and it's fake and it's a phony. Yeah, I know. Somebody said, where's Susan? I know when you need her, she ain't around. I know. She like to sleep in. She like to sleep in. All right, let me see. Outsourcing adulting. Right, Rebecca, that's the problem. We need to stop outsourcing adulting. Okay, 1% has actually enslaved themselves with the system. Yes, thank you, Kim. That's why I love y'all. I love y'all to death. Because y'all get it. And you see, they're not the problem. They're literally enslaved by the system also. Their kids didn't even build this system. They didn't even build it. They were born into it. And they're enslaved by it too. We need to end it for them. We need to help the elite. Help us and make them poor and give them 7 shirts. Only 7 shirts, and then get rid of some of them islands. They're enslaved by the system also now. They're not walking. They probably got their feet in the air and we're just carrying them around, but they're enslaved by it too. All right, let me get down to the bottom and get out of here. Our washer and dryer look like a prehistoric animal, but they have work. Right, Ivana, and that's my point. Mine works. Why would I? And I actually know how to fix it now. I know how to change the belts on it. I know where the motor's at. I know how to take it apart. I know how the top comes off. And it's just like now it becomes like almost a fun thing to fix it. I don't want to replace it. It's almost fun now, but it's more sustainable and it's wise instead of being wasteful. They taught us to be wasteful. We need to stop. It's like you go to the park now. What boggles my mind, Ivana, is you go to a park and you see bikes everywhere. Like they're along walking paths, they're in the water, just people just throw them away now. Americans, their little kid will ride the bike and the tire gets a flat and they just throw it away. Dumbest thing I ever seen. When we were kids, you would never see bikes laying nowhere. We used to take bike frames and sand them down and paint them and fix them, change our own chains, change the links in the chains, change the tire. We were raised to be a hell of a lot more sustainable than the kids today, which is why I don't blame the kids today. Because when you go back at the previous generation, those kids were fixing tractors. They had mule teams they were operating, right? But life gets more and more convenient as time goes on, and we become more wasteful. Just because we can throw a washing machine away doesn't mean we should. Just because you can upgrade your phone doesn't mean you should. You should always look at where it comes from, and if it comes from enslavement of other people somewhere else on the planet, then that's a bad idea to throw it away. You know, it's like, oh, I got the money, I can afford it, because that's where it kind of comes from, right? It's that hubris, like, oh, I can throw it away because it doesn't mean anything. This gets back to the whole poor people trying to mimic the rich people, wearing gaiters and driving nice cars and expensive suits. They're trying to mimic them, like, oh, I can throw that away, girl, that don't mean nothing to me, and they throw it away. And they don't think about the people in the slaves. They don't think about the where it comes from. They don't think about people who pay the ultimate price for that consumeristic hubris. I can get that a lot faster. A lot faster. I gotta go a lot faster. I hear you, brother Gerard. I just bought me a pair of used denim coveralls. It's multi-purpose piece clothing, and I'm ecstatic. I found and used a pair of good condition that fits. Right, and you know what? Like Sandra, we used to have the concept of lucky draws. I don't think people still have that. I don't think the men who still have that concept are allowed to be married anymore. Lucky draws. We used to have lucky draws, right? You had the lucky draws, you have to throw them away to get a little tear. That's just a little tear. You get the next tear. Oh, it's just a little tear. Get some stains or whatever. And you get attached to things. This is my good pair of jeans. Like, those are not jeans. That's literally a rag that you just wrapped around your butt with a string. That's not. Those are not jeans, you know. I listen. I'm not even going. Oh goodness gracious! Don't get me in trouble. I'm just gonna stop right there. Just stop right there. My mama can't ever go in my underwear drawer. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, but we get attached to things, and I think that's good. You get attached to it. I'm used to my washing machine. My washing machine. I turn that thing on, boy. She get to going. When she really get the going, oh, it's like somebody humping in the garage. It's like, yeah, the washing machine. And I get used to it. How do I know when the washing machine stops? You don't hear people humping in your garage. You know, and it now have a life that's built around it. I don't need the new beep, 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 beep. I don't need that. Yo, somebody else got that slave technology. I don't need that. I get used to things. I'm trying to live more sustainable, y'all. I try to be about it. I don't like to talk about it. I try to be about it. And I changed my life, and I live very humbly. I used to live in the big place. Now I live in the little place. I used to live in the big luxury apartments, and I gave all that crap up too. You know, I used to drive a sports car, gave that up. Used to work big business America, gave that up. Why? Because that's not why I'm here. Oh, there goes Susan. You late. No, don't say nothing. Don't even say nothing. Nuh-uh. I'm putting on music. Susan came in. I'm putting on leave music right now. Leave music coming to Q. Sound crew. Susan is here. Key up the leave music. She wasn't here when we needed her. Nope. You was here. We needed you a minute ago. You wasn't even here. You was late. Nope. I ain't gonna ask the question. I ain't wanna know the answer. I don't wanna know it. That's right. I can be that way. I'm gonna be that way because you late. That's right. I'm gonna call you out. Oh, we needed her because I don't know the name of the site, y'all. I don't know the name of it. It's too late. Susan ain't here. We don't never gonna know the name of the site. Somebody tagged her. That's why she here. She was out there playing in her garden. She's out there doing something constructive. Nope, I ain't asking. I ain't asking. Nope, nope, nope. I ain't ask. Did I ask you? I ain't asked you nothing, did I? I ain't asked you. Don't try to answer the question. Nope, it's wrong answer. I ain't even reading the answer. Nope, you wrong. Wrong. You're supposed to be here. We had an ancient archaeology question. You're supposed to be on time. People got questions. This is how this works. We a hive mind. Got to get everybody here. Everybody answer the questions. All right, but I seriously, I have to get going. Get down. How you have so much fun in the world? Because I ain't really here, y'all. Wave energy. Just waving through. Just human experience. Don't get upset. It's just an experience. Don't get upset. That's where your power comes from. Your power comes from just knowing what you are. You are not what they told you you are, baby. You are powerful. And you have no idea the amount of power you have. You have not even been introduced to yourself and the capabilities you are. They convince you that you were a race and a religion and a piece of a nation and a piece of biological goo that has this entertainment system right next to its anal passageways. And that's not what you are. That's just the silly monkey they put you in. That's all they put. Because you're so powerful. God couldn't put you in no. What if God put you in the body of Thor or something, Athena? Hell no, God can't do that. God don't know how God operates. God does not operate that way. Oh no. You're too powerful. You're too strong. You can move mountains, man. Come on. You can fly. Jesus said, greater things I did, you will do. You wave energy. Listen to Nikola Tesla. Listen to Einstein. All things are possible. You can do all kind of stuff. They can't put you in a powerful body. No. They got to make you stink. You need to have a little BO when you're working out in the garden. You was probably, Susan was probably in the garden. You probably even Brenda. You got to stink and be funky and smell bad and only sing good in the shower. That's no. Because you'd be too arrogant. You need to be humble. Can't put you in no perfect machine. No, that's fine. God came here, flew over here, like flying over the waters. Where am I gonna put this energy at? I don't know where I'm gonna put this wave energy. Let me see. I need somewhere to put this perfect sound that can move mountains and make megalithic structures and pyramids and focus energy through pyramids and do all kinds, just everything you think of is gonna achieve. It's a manifestation engine. Where the hell do I put this energy at? Let me see. Cockroaches, they're kind of small. The mice, I don't know, they poop a lot. The rabbits, yeah, oh my goodness, they don't ever stop pooping. I'd never come back. The planet be too funky. What's that? What is that, a monkey? That's a monkey. Huh. Walking on 2 feet. Let me see. What are they? Oh Lord, they smelling each other's anuses. I made that. They're smelling what? It's smelling its anus to find out what its neighbor ate for lunch. Huh? That's where I'm gonna put the energy. But I'm gonna give it 2% of my DNA. I'm gonna give it a second chromosome so it can develop a bigger brain. So one day it'll realize it's smelling anuses for food, and that's a bad idea. One day it's gonna realize it's swinging on trees and chewing on bananas, and that's stupid. I need to give it the ability for its neurons to function and create these dendrite connections so one day it will evolve and realize beating up its women is stupid. One day it'll realize chimpicide, killing its young, is dumb. One day these chimps will look over and see the bonobos and realize that's who we're supposed to be. I'm gonna put this amazing, beautiful wave energy in this monkey, funky, stinky creature that can't stop grabbing shiny stuff. So one day it's gonna realize the shiny stuff are killing. One day it's gonna realize that walking around that damn wheel is not why it's here. It's not here to be a Democrat. It's not here to be a Republican. It's not here to take up the crafty, useless projects of violent people for shiny things. One day, it's gonna want to become a bonobo. Now, mind you, yeah, God had this whole conversation. Mind you, the bonobos still smell each other's butts for lunch. My intent is the second chromosome will allow the monkeys to see through that evil. One day, I have a dream, God said. And my creations will stop killing each other for oil. Will realize that there's something greater out there. One day they'll realize there's always an alien over the next glen. One day they'll realize that somebody's always trying to be me. Someone's always trying to be God. They'll call it leader. One day they'll realize that they don't need a representative in this human experience. That they're just supposed to go out and experience. One day. What a long, strange trip it's been. Jerry Garcia. Go on, Dan. And that's what living is. It's a long, strange trip. And you can't take any of this stuff with you. The only thing you can leave behind is love, and the only thing you can leave behind is perhaps a better planet for the next generation. And maybe that's why God picked monkeys. 98% monkeys. Maybe that's why God picked monkeys. Maybe they were just the most evolved at the time and possibly could learn how to become something better before we return to that wave energy thing. Susan, no, stop it. Stop. No, Susan. No, I ain't even reading. Nobody reads Susan's that. Nobody read it. Nobody. She late. Nope, we're not reading it. I'm not even taking that in my space, girl. You need to get up on time. Act like you West Coast. You're not West Coast. You're down the street in Jersey. Nope, I ain't even reading it. I saw the pyramid something. I don't know. I know everything about the pyramid. I ain't even looking. I'm leaving right now. I'm leaving right. You get here on time. I don't know the name of that site, and it messed up the whole thing because I have no idea the name of the site that's been here since the Ice Ages. They're using crystals to make the pyramid structure. All right. Oh, wait. I didn't see anything about Brother Kevin. Hold on. Turn the music back just 1 minute. Brother Kevin came in the house. Brother Kevin! As I woke up, I no longer wanted to possess things. Now I want only what I can use. And whatever I have is here to be used for anyone in my life. This boundary is not mine alone. Or this bounty is not mine alone. It's for all of us. Imagine if we all had that type of Kevinish non-ownership thing. And I agree with you. Because what is ownership anyway? Mine. I said that, I know, like 20 minutes ago. Well, I'm the caretaker. But I share everything with everybody. You come to me and you need the lawnmower, you need this, you need that, I'm good to go. Why? Because I might need something from you. Absolutely. But we got to get past this whole border ideology, this idea of borders and ownership. I own this. You can't have this. This mine. This childish, monkeyish, my shiny thing. I said, no, this is mine. I'm using it for the moment. I'm a steward of this car. But if you need it, then, here you go. That's who we need to be, Brother Kevin. I agree with you. And then if you can learn to do that with your family, then you can learn to do that with your friends. You can learn to do that with your friends, then you understand the whole world is your family. We're just a planet full of dumb cousins. You can share with everybody. Everybody shares with everybody. The world becomes whatever started all of this intended it to be, something higher evolved. Mr. Kia comment, let me see. You can lay away what you want on a bed. You don't have to move the whole thing. Just move yourself and try different ways. You used to have mine in the middle of the room. I know, Kia, but let me tell you something. You're probably little, petite, and all that stuff. Doesn't work that way. Not with me, guys. Oh no. I can only lay with certain ways, and I had to turn the whole damn thing around. The bed too big for the room, but I had to turn the whole thing, cut myself doing. Fellow, I almost died twice because it was late at night. It was 10 o'clock. I was tired. I'm not supposed to lift heavy stuff when I'm tired, but I almost died. All right, I'm gonna be nice. I think I got a comment by most everybody. I'm gonna be nice. I'll read Susan. Dang gummit. I know, but she late. I want to punish her. Let me see. All right, here we go. She always has something deep to say. That's why we mad at you, because you was late. The pyramid was covered in limestone with a gold casting stone on top. It was all white, and the sun made it shine for miles. It was a giant crystal. That's what I was talking about. That's not what I was talking about, but that was the other thing I was saying. There was two things that she should have been in time for, but that was one of them. That at the top of the pyramid was a crystal, and it disappeared. And I think, where was that? I forgot where they said it was written. I don't know if it was the writings of Josephus. It was some of the earliest explorers to Egypt, because they drew pictures and they wrote novels as to what they found. They found pyramids all over the place. They found cities underground. There's another pyramid on the Giza complex that they can't find. They wrote it all down. They put it in journals. They wrote, but I think about this shiny crystal on the top. They got that from one of the priest that lived there, that it used to be there, but it was gone. So I mean, there's so much we don't understand, because we're not. No, but I changed. I'll be nice to Susan for a second. I don't believe we're a species with amnesia anymore. I heard it another way. I'm always listening to like gurus and lectures. We're not a species with amnesia. That's said the wrong way. Graham Hancock, you were wrong. The only thing that you ever been wrong with, everything else Graham Hancock nailed, but this you're wrong. We're not a species with amnesia. Amnesia means you forgot. Once. We're a species with dementia. We literally forget every yuga. Literally. We forget every yuga. I got friends that forget every election. They forget every election. We are a species with dementia. We literally forget what happened yesterday and get played again by the same people. We forgot last election, get played again by the same people. We forgot last century, got played again by the same banks that pay for all sides of every single war since the Napoleonic Wars. We forgot what happened the last 1,000 years. We forgot that the kings and the lords are always against us. They're never on our side. They always get us walking around this big horse mill because they like oats or whatever they need us to grind up. They like energy. They like oil. We just keep forgetting. We are literally a dory. We are a species with dementia. We keep forgetting second to second, minute to minute, hour to hour, and it's time that either we start writing things down or we trust other people. They've always been scheming against us. We literally have people who don't like conspiracy theories, and the kings have always conspired against us. They always lied to us. So, in conclusion, if you got a gut feeling you're being played, it's because it really means you're probably being played. And if you continue to walk and churn and continue doing what the system tells you to do, continue to vote, then you are going to self-destruct. We got to stop being a dementia, self-destructive species. Stop letting others choose our mission at birth from where we were born and which 98% funky monkey we were born in. Go discover ourself and consciousness and evolve the world. Let's do a paradigm shift. We can do it. We got the robots and the automation, if not the will. I got to get going. This is Gerard. I'm sick of pushing this damn wheel, but I got to go push my damn wheel. I got to go strap up and play my role in society for the GDP, or I die. After I do a little garden. Anyway, Gerard, got it going. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a great day. I'm out. Bye-bye. I'm just gonna find that Conan clip. Come!
Between the time when the oceans drank Atlantis and the rise of the sons of Arius, there was an age undreamed of. And unto this, Conan, destined to bear the jeweled crown of Aquilonia upon a troubled brow. It is I, his chronicler, who alone can tell thee of his saga. Let me tell you of the days of high adventure.
On the days of low adventure. Stop being a slave. Strike.